All right. How are we doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Our group, yes,
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, yeah.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Okay.
Oh,
Mic check.
Mic check. This
Check
is the
two,
mic check.
two.
Well, we might have to move that camera
Yeah,
there.
we're gonna have to for
As
Kevin.
Mario contemplates his life behind Kevin there. But hey, welcome to the Ryan Ripken Show.
Just zoom out on that.
We don't know what episode it is anymore, but happy Monday. Hope you had a great stinking weekend. We got a lot planned this week, and I mean a ton. And we have a lot that's actually just transpired that we want to share with you as we prepare for this upcoming week. And I got to get this mic up. Let's start with what we have going on tonight. Well, tonight we have our regular scheduled show, and we are having another guest. That's right, another Oriole guest, Cole Irvin, Baltimore Orioles pitcher, lefty, pretty good. People wanted to jump off the bandwagon. Now they're back on the bandwagon this year. Cole's going to join us here relatively soon to talk a little bit about who knows what, baseball, fun, dogs. I don't know. We're going to talk about some things. Obviously, there's a few other things we want to discuss. We have some upcoming events, including our Tuesday, which we're going to explain more in depth of what it means. We are having another live show, and we're doing it live at the Hollywood Casino out at Charlestown Races. Thursday, we're going to get more involved with some football work as we're just going to kind of preview. But the rest of the show, we're going to have Bobby Blanco on from the Masson Nationals, one of the reporters, to talk about this upcoming series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals. 2-game set. And then if everyone behaves, I might do a breakdown here tonight with a couple players. One you need to know on the Nationals, a young, promising star, and one player that if Orioles forgot, he's a pretty damn good player, and he's been the leader of this Baltimore Orioles team since he came to Baltimore in 2022. 2022. Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's just talk about who we have in studio with us right at this moment. And you guys might have seen it. Well, we got Zach.
Appreciate you, Joe.
And Kevin.
I don't have. That's mine.
And then on the left, we got Brad.
No one told me we were doing this, guys. This.
We didn't. Zach and I didn't know we were doing this. To be honest with you,
happens.
but appreciate you, Joe. If you guys don't know Joe Radke is a friend of the show. He's an OG. He is a Red Bull delivery man. Yep. Does a lot of sales for Red Bull out there in Arkansas, and straight up spent the money to just send us a whole ass case of these summer Red Bulls. Listen, I just had the straw. This is not an endorsement. I just had the strawberry apricot Red Bull, and that shit was fire. This one is the tropical one, also pretty damn good.
Really good. Really, really good. And that's the thing. It's not an endorsement. Not an endorsement yet. Not a sponsorship yet. Joe, that is on you to make this happen. Yeah. So no pressure on you. But guys, we have had some things that we've added on to the channel. And actually, we're going to continue to have more and more content that's built or that is brewing. But Kevin, I think you want to talk a little bit about what was just added to the channel for our members?
Yeah, this has been something that I've been trying to work on for a while now. The draft obviously took away a lot of my attention for a couple of weeks there, but it's really exciting. If you are a member, if you're a channel member, so you're a member of the Rips Good Kids or Holy Shirts and Pants, there are a couple perks. One of them, which, oh, by the way, Justin,
Appreciate you, Justin. And we also got a new member as well that came in later, Stacy, too.
Amazing, Stacy. Love you, Stacy. Continue, Kevin.
Yes. So one of the things is when you join the channel memberships, you get a badge, and those badges based off of how long you are a member. The default one for YouTube, it's just different colors, like different stars. But you have the option to actually customize those. And so what I did is decided to do a couple of fun things. So if you are a member, I don't think this is just about a month, Brad. We've had this.
Yeah. We just started the channel memberships.
All right. So for the first month, it is just the Ryan Ripken Show logo. But then as it goes up, you get, should I just reveal everything right now? Or should we keep it in suspense of what they are? Ryan?
Well, I think this is safe to say there are different tiers of these options. The longer that you're a member, is that fair to say?
Yeah, the longer you're a member, they get up. So, for example, once you're a member for more than 1 month, you get the it upgrades to a picture of Ollie.
Is this? You see it? We just got Tom. We have our first.
Oh yes, and then all right. So Tom spoiled the other thing. So Tom's ahead of the game here. I'm testing out the emoji. So it only says Kevin when you actually pull it up here. But if you're in the YouTube chat, I put an emoji of my face that you can spam. And we're going to be I have one of Rocco ready to go, which is not in there yet, but I have it ready. And so for anybody else who wants one, Zach, Ryan, Brad, we can put that in there. And you can spam those whenever you want to.
I'm loving the Kevin spams in the chat right now. This is why we do it. This is why we do it.
So imagine those. If you like spamming Kevin, just imagine what else will be involved if you're a member of the Ryan Ripken Show. And we've been brewing these for a little bit. And on top of it, too, we're going to have more behind-the-scenes content. I mean, hell, there might be a video for our Holy Shirts and Pants members of Brad and I at a Foundation golf event today, which went kind of well.
It was great. It was a good success.
It was great. It was.
We had Nick out there, and we took a couple. We took a video, and it was it's a Holy Shirts and Pants exclusive. If you guys want to go check that out, it was fun. It was a good day. It was good for a good cause. And if you guys don't know the story behind the studio, me and my best friend Christian started here with my own channel, and then he unfortunately passed away last year from a brain tumor. And we went golfing today with Nick Moore and a couple other guys, and to raise money for his foundation on regarding glioblastoma. So it was a great time. His daughter was there, who painted this wall here behind Rip, and it was good. It was a great day.
It really was a great day. What I was referring to essentially was just how it couldn't have started any better on the golf course. We had a great time. It was for a great cause, but we scrambled, and we had an eagle and a birdie to start off, and we're like, oh, the boys are buzzing.
Yeah.
And then the expectations continued to drop. And there might have been some beverages that could have influenced that situation.
There was a lot more alcohol than there was food at this thing. That is for damn sure.
I agree. Didn't hate it, but that is a good observation. Zach, you have a thought here.
Well, I was just, whose ball did you use most?
That's a good question. I believe if I had to guess, probably Nick's.
Whoa.
Oh, is there?
No, Nick, we did use Nick's ball quite a bit.
That dude can mash.
I was going to say, I'm sure on especially driver, that man.
Yes.
You just let him go and hope it goes
like
in the fairway.
325 is just a regular day for Nick Moore.
I think we started it off though. I forget how we started off. I know whose ball was 2 feet from the hole to start off today.
Yes. So that's what starts. So Nick. So first hole was par 5. Nick smashes this ball. We play off his ball. Then Rip comes in, and then 2 feet from the hole. From I don't know, Rip, what was it, like 125 out? Something like that?
No, it was more actually like I think it was 168 or 172.
Either way, it was a ridiculous shot. That was 2 feet from the pin.
Oh, and then the next hole we used Nick's drive, and then I chipped it close and birdied it. Sorry about that. But yes, Nick is the guy you want on your long distance driver team.
Yeah.
Like he can hit the hell out of the ball, and he's mad apparently that we don't have him on the show enough. And I go, well, Nick, you're gonna get on here. Yeah, I know. Throw your hands up in the air.
Nick, just walk in the studio. Well, call one of us to come get you out the door, but just walk in the studio.
Hey, before we get going here, so for those that don't know as well, so again, this was we're gonna have more of those events that people are gonna see behind the scenes. But once you got to know what our group is doing, we have a lot more with Nick Moore in the future planned. And we have some things with football. We're not giving up on football here, by the way. We have a lot of football.
It's my government name. You can't give up on it.
Well, no, we're not. I'm saying it's coming back.
Thank you.
And it actually might be coming back in a different way. And our Holy Shirts and Pants members know what I'm talking about, as there's another part of tomorrow with Tuesday that we haven't mentioned yet.
I think they knew before I knew.
They did know before.
They knew before I knew. So sometimes if you're in the Holy Shirts and Pants, you get to know things before some of the people on the show know things.
Yeah, that's our bad, Kevin.
No, you're good. Yeah. By the way, the Rocco emoji is live. He gave me his blessing to add it.
There you go.
Oh, it better be live.
Why did
you have to ask us?
I was going to say no.
Well, you didn't want yours in there. You said.
Why? No, I said I wanted.
I think we need to have permission. We need to get permission for Rocco to be on the screen.
Yeah. What did he just add himself?
Hold on, time out. What did I say I wasn't digging?
Like adding the emojis, like those. You said that you weren't digging it, so I wanted to.
No, it was just that particular picture.
Oh,
yeah, the picture that I sent was the one that I was like,
that you wanted for the channel.
Yes.
Okay, all right, yes. Well, then we'll all have emojis here. We'll all
guys,
have emojis.
Communication is key.
It is. We're working.
We got to go to therapy.
Wow.
We need.
There it is.
We need a couple.
There it is. Steven's abandoning the Rocco. You see how this works, Rocco?
I can't see it. All it says is Rocco,
Yeah,
Rocco, 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 Rocco.
I love it.
Yeah.
You might have to, for people who joined initially, you might have to refresh the page to get the Rocco emoji.
Yeah. Hey, let's do one more little housekeeping here. So besides that, we have the subscriptions and channels and everything. And Josh, welcome as the subscribers. We appreciate you. Go O's. Give you a round of applause for subscribing.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
But we want to make sure that you guys know, yes, we have something special that is Ravens related tomorrow. That stay tuned. It's similar to different type of interviews we've done in the past, but the boys are going mobile tomorrow night.
Yes.
We're doing a live show from the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia, 6 to 8. And actually, we're going to have, it's kind of like a little watch party during the game. So we're going to do a little pregame show there. Then the game's going to be going on. Lord knows what conversation is, but come join the conversation as we are talking about and watching the Orioles play the Nationals as we take in Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. And maybe we put some bets down. Maybe we try out blackjack. Maybe we, with our bets, we hopefully are enjoying a nice meal, or we're eating away our sorrows with some tequila as well. So that is tomorrow from 6 p.m. Eastern time to 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, this is my first casino experience ever, so we have to get some content out of it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited.
How many times does Kevin get carded? That's a question.
Every
lot,
single
a
time.
lot.
I think they're gonna they're gonna call the manager over to double check the ID for Kevin.
So, and the other part here, by the way, is this is what could happen tomorrow for you, Kevin. If you look to your left, there's a Mario that's contemplating his life. That could be you on the blackjack table if things go wrong. So just to keep that in mind, can we move the mic just a hair so everyone can see his, so we can see him?
Goodness.
I was gonna say you could it could also be this bear behind me.
Yeah, but the bear,
love and life
he is. Yeah, he's happy. You could be that bear, or you could be that.
could be Mario.
You could be Mario.
Yeah, Mario is.
You could be
going
Mini
through it right
Rocco
now.
over there. So
Yeah.
that's just to keep everyone.
Can I tell a behind the scenes story quickly for Rocco?
Sure.
When Ryan was trying to refer to the Mario, he accidentally called it Rocco first.
Ooh.
You just knocked him off the ledge.
Yeah.
Kevin.
I guess the guy doesn't need to contemplate anymore. Kevin just made the decision for
Oh
him.
my goodness, Kevin.
I didn't mean he did it
Oh my God,
himself.
he killed
Kevin,
Mario.
Kevin, is that what you do? So you push someone, they go, oh, they fell down.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta know the whole story.
Unbelievable. Kev, you should do a second form of ID tomorrow too, because they're gonna double card you. Okay, like social security number, something that has your name, your birth date on it, everything like that, just so we can get you in.
Can I bring my high school ID?
Oh, gosh,
I don't
Kevin,
think that is,
why? All right.
Can I just say that I can't wait till we actually tell the Kevin story today?
Oh my God.
Like, I can't
we
fucking
have to do a little before.
I know,
Yeah.
but stay tuned, motherfuckers.
So
because Kevin had the most Kevin story of all time yesterday after I invited everybody to come to 5 Iron.
I
to hit a
I
couple-
told it to the
to-
people at the party, the
Yeah.
story, and they all laughed the most at your comment.
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so we will.
What did I say?
You
I
said, just
if
tell me you don't wanna- just tell me you don't wanna hang out, bro.
Right.
So we will explain the Kevin story behind it, but in general here, it's getting a little bit out of control, and that's okay. We have a lot more stories, and maybe it's just that the fact that there's a lot of roasting going on. I don't know if you guys watched that. We're going to start with this right here.
Yes.
And Laura, you're right. Kevin is in high school. I thought he was 12. He's actually 19. Yeah, who knows? But what we do know is roasting people is back in session. If you guys watched that Tom Brady roast on Netflix last night, all gloves were off.
Holy shit.
No political correctness. And sometimes you're sitting there looking like, is someone going to get canceled here? Is
Yeah.
something going to happen? But
It was incredible, bro.
it
Like,
was wildly entertaining.
It was, and for me personally, it was refreshing because it was one of those things, fellas. Like we talked about it not that long ago on the show that it's probably been a decade or more since the last really good comedy.
Yeah, like Austin Powers, it's been 2 decades.
Yeah, right. So been a long time since a legitimate comedy, movie has been out there, and for one day, it was back. It was like, okay, we can make fun of anybody we want, and all gloves are off. It was hilarious.
Yeah, and again, that's we will do a roast of Ryan, Rocco, Kevin, Zach, and Brad. We each will have our own roast. Maybe that'll be a part of the channel memberships as well. it was just really fun to see overall. And Kevin Hart was the host of all of it as well. And
Crushed
Kevin
it.
Hart
Crushed it.
it was fantastic. Zach, you had some thoughts?
Well, I just thought biggest thing I've seen from Twitter today. Why was Brashad Perryman there?
Because he was on Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, but there was only 4 Buccaneers players, I believe they said, that made it. And how did Brashad Perryman make the cut for that? Like,
well, yeah,
Isn't he
there's
a
probably a lot
Super
of
Bowl
no's.
champion? Was he on that?
Yeah, he was on
He
Super
the
Bowl team.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
But
champion.
like, you know, there's no Mike Evans. and-
yeah, so
Yeah.
like that's what I'm like. I'm just very confused. Like I thought, like Ryan Jensen makes sense, like the
Yeah.
big mauler who's protecting you. Like there were some.
Gronk counts too.
Missed that guy.
Yeah.
I missed Ryan Jensen.
I do too.
Yeah.
Talk about a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also did confirm here that Nick and I need to go over. We were talking about some Rip After Dark stories of the minor leagues because Nick used to play baseball. Just made me think about roast. We were roasting each other on the course this
That
morning.
was great.
And also realizing just how many weird things happen in strange cities. And we also did agree Rocco would not survive in a locker room.
Correct.
Nick and I agreed to that, Rocco, just to let you know.
Correct.
Yeah, it was consensus. Everyone was talking about it. We can ask Cole about it too. But for those that don't know, Cole's going to join us soon. Orioles are hot right now, by the way. I mean, super hot, Zach.
Yeah. On this day, though, I want to bring it up. On this day in 2012, Chris Davis went 0 for 8, but struck out 2 in 2 shutout innings to beat the Red Sox 9-6 in 17.
Where were you when that moment happened?
I actually do remember exactly where I was. I was at my grandfather's house watching it with all my cousins, and we're like, why is Chris Davis actually like shoving right now? Dude, I remember they asked him post game about it, and he was like, yeah, I like pitched in high school a little bit, but then he pretty much said, like, I was just experimenting with grips. Like, I was just saying, like, what's this going to do? And he was striking guys out. So, legend.
Real quick, there's a couple people just commenting because I think we jumped from the roast too quickly. Because Adit Mahmoud said Nikki Glazer has the best roast part of the night, especially her comment about Giselle and her new boyfriend. First of all, Nikki Glazer crushed it. Second of all, you're wrong. Because Tony Hinchcliffe absolutely blasted everybody, and it was by far the best bit of the entire night. Nikki Glazer crushed it, but Tony absolutely smashed everybody, and it was hilarious.
Also, too, like you got to have some talk about having some thick skin, Rock. Like that is, you got to be okay with them just throwing things and some zingers. And like some of them had like, you know, Randy Moss talking
it was
about
racist AF. It was homophobic. Like anybody who was like any sort of sensitive to anything probably should not watch that. But it was, there were all gloves are off. No, he was making fun of everybody. So, and it wasn't racist, but you know what I'm saying? Like there was no boundaries that he didn't cross.
Yeah.
So it was
like
just,
I said, the political correctness that has been happening, it didn't exist. But it is true, guys. Like and this is then off the roast here for a second, like comedies that really were pushing the envelope here.
Yeah.
Is there one that like in the last like 5 years where you're like, you know what? I love that comedy. Do you guys have one, Rock? You had a comedy, or maybe we're just nostalgic.
in the last 10 years?
Are we talking comedies or stand-ups that are just?
I'd say comedies because stand-ups can kind of go
stand-ups.
either way.
Stand-ups, there are people in stand-up who just decide that they're not going to follow political correctness, and they do their thing anyway.
Yeah, because I like, again, maybe because I was also at a wedding on Saturday, so I felt like I was in Wedding Crashers where I was picking people up in the chair, yelling, "That's it, that's it, that's it." And
do we have film on that?
There is videos out there actually. Maybe I can add that to the collection for the group. And then Austin Powers like telling people as a kid like, shall we shag now or shag later, and not knowing what shagging meant. And
yeah, that's a good call.
And then
I'll say this, and it's been longer than a decade. When did The Other Guys come out?
The what?
The Other Guys.
Oh, that one might have been 2010.
I want to say like that was like 20. It was closer to 2015. I feel like, but I could be wrong.
That's 2010. It was 2010.
There
Really?
you
It
go.
was 2010. It felt like it was like 2013.
Yeah,
2014.
no, Rip nailed it, and Rocco was just real confident.
My last desk pop was September. Oh wait,
listen, that's probably the last like.
Can we get a pull up on the last good years of comedy? Like that's the poll.
We've done
Didn't
that
we do
before.
that?
Yeah, we did that
before.
with Kerstead. We did best decades of comedy.
Again,
We did do that. Yeah.
do it again.
But like, yeah, I think that was probably the last memorable comedy where I was like, that was so fucking hilarious.
It was amazing. And you know what? We appreciate good comedies. We really do. We really appreciate a good laugh and a good roast. And D Porter again. Sup, fellas? Thank you, D Porter.
Appreciate you. I just want to. I mean, I know that like we're a little bit crazy right now in the beginning of the show.
Well, we're also waiting for our guests, so we're going to tame it down, kind of.
Yeah, but the ridiculous amount of support over the last 24 hours has been incredible. Loads of donations last night, and all kinds of people gifting memberships. We're up to 107 now, about 112, 113 since the start of this show, and now the donates keep coming through. Like, it's awesome. You guys are incredible. I'm loving the way that things are developing here, and we're just getting started.
By the way, speaking of last night, I want to address something really quick. I'm not five. I am not 5'4".
That's very debatable.
5'4". Ryan was standing in front of me by like 3 feet, and it was ridiculous. Yes, he's taller than me, but I'm like 5'9", 5'10" on a good day. On a good day,
it's not what the people on Twitter are saying.
5'10", my ass.
5'4" is absolutely absurd. And
no
I'm not
chance you're 5'10".
That's not what the people on Twitter are saying.
Ridiculous. 5'4" is just absolutely not.
I understand your argument, but if you go by what the people are saying, the rumors are leading 5'4".
Well, yeah, and
name one time the internet's been wrong.
D Porter, obviously, and D Porter was right. Ryan looked like he was 6'9". Well, you look that tall when you have someone there's a big difference.
You're standing next to someone 5'4".
Yeah. So Rocco, it's all maybe we're on the roast of Rocco Day. We'll get a Netflix special one time and make that all happen. So again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. I think, guys, why don't we get back on track here for a second? So heel cinnamon. We'll get back going. Let's talk a little bit of now some baseball with our guest that's coming on. You guys have heard us talk about him. He's off to a great start. There's some things here that with the new David Rubenstein video that came out, and Zach, I know you're going to hammer that home, that actually it's going back to the origins of this guy because he was maybe involved with this.
He might be a good kid,
and he might be a great kid. And let's bring on from behind the walls of this stream, Mr. Cole Urban. It's better than what I said last time, Brad. Cole, how we doing?
What's up, everybody?
How we doing, man? So how's the trip back? Are you in Baltimore or are you down in Washington?
I'm in Baltimore. I'm at my apartment.
Nice. Oh, it does look like you're a little bit more homey. So that's good.
Yeah. I got my actual microphone. We're ready to go.
Look at this. This is look. I appreciate this, Cole, because we have had some guests on here that little bit they just don't get it. They don't understand, and I appreciate. I understand why they don't get it, but Cole gets it. Yeah, and I'm here for it. So mad respect, my man.
Hey, I'm a nerd. I love my tech. I'm obsessed with good audio, and I mean, shoot, I got the
earpieces.
I think we got the same things.
We're locked in. So and it helps with gaming. So.
There you go. We might have to ask you a few questions about that at the end. Zach got all excited over here. But hey, so feeling good. Road trip went pretty well so far. Cincinnati seems like a lovely place to have a sweep, and guys are feeling good. So I mean, I'm curious with this because for people that want to know with Cole initially, Cole and I met right in 2011. At Wrigley Field in Chicago for the Under Armour All-American game. Am I on the right timeline?
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. And you were committed to Oregon at the time, and then it's where you went on to play. Then you went to Oakland. Oakland came over in the trade, and then coincidentally, everyone was playing each other. Daryl Hernandez, who's on the Oakland A's now, was in the piece for it. So, given the context and the background, so I've kind of seen the evolution of you, and now you're in Baltimore. One thing I don't know if we talked a little bit about it with you, or maybe I did in spring training, but one thing I really admire and respect the hell out of you with is how everything you handled last year. There's a lot of things I want to ask you about this season, but I want to start off with this. How you handled yourself with everything in 2023 might be one of the more impressive acts of handling adversity as far as at this level that I've seen, because you came over in the trade. You were, expecting to be in the rotation, and then all of a sudden things change quickly. But can you just talk on that as far as with people dealing with it? Because I try to tell a lot of younger people that are dealing with adversity, things aren't always going to go your way. Can you just explain that it's okay to not be okay with it, but you can still go about your business the right way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I live by the motto, you can control what you can control. Everything outside of that is you just kind of deal with it. You're not gonna get a certain scenario that's perfect. I think the scenario when I got traded from Philadelphia to Oakland might have been in that perfect scenario to really earn my time in the big leagues, to be able to be here in Baltimore. But just last year was such an interesting year, right? Like just going up and down, make 3 starts, not the way I wanted to start my career as an Oriole. And it's just the cards that I was dealt. I wasn't getting the job done. I understood that. And so I had an opportunity to go down and get better and make the adjustments that I needed to. And then, come up. And whenever I was given the ball, I tried to take advantage of the opportunity. I've not been the best starter in terms of starting the season off strong. I've always kind of needed a few games to kind of get rolling. And I kind of understood that about myself. So I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't in a panic, and I didn't allow things to kind of snowball like I've seen guys do in the past. So for myself, it was just, hey, just go get your job, go do your job, go execute, get back to what you do well, which is throwing strikes, not walking guys, limiting, big innings. And beyond that, just, working hard at having fun and being a good teammate as well.
Yeah. I mean, I love that you said that. And the only reason I bring that up is just because so many people, when things go wrong, you can spiral and you can go out of control, and then everything is just, you get clouded too. And for you, I get it, and the thing that I loved is you were like, I'm going to embrace it. If I got to come out of the pen, I'll do it. If I got to be a starter, I'll do it. And actually, I think that's kind of set you up well for this year, and kind of follow up with it before we go around the circle here with questions here. And bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
Was a sneeze, right?
That was a cough.
Okay. Same. Well, bless you anyway.
Good job.
Hey, you know what, Rocco? I like to bless people. Okay. All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what? I'm people helping people. What I loved for you this year is I thought your mentality, and I know I loved you talking about in spring training. We saw that video that you did with Masson talking about how the ball was running, and we can talk about the specifics. But I got to tell you what, dude, I thought you have thrown the ball well even before you started to get going. You said you were a slow starter. That Kansas City Royals game was kind of a weird weather game. I thought you still pitched well. The Boston game, I thought was, man, like things didn't fall your way. Did you feel that confidence? Was there something, at least to start off though, this year that you felt like, hey, like things haven't gone my way, but I feel like I'm throwing the ball well? Because I thought you were doing so many good things right. And if I think that Boston game specifically, the no man's land fly ball that kind of drops in, some guy stuck their ass out on a pitch way out of the zone and gets a base hit the other way. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then, the umpires, they're going to miss some calls, but they missed a call that was pretty unfortunate, to say the least. Did that waver you at all, or did you feel the confidence that the ball was coming out of your hand, overall the way that you were hoping?
I think something that's new for me in terms of the way I think about kind of the way I'm going about my business this year is before that Boston start, I hired Brian Kane as my mental skills coach. And I had him Team USA and at Oregon a handful of times. So I have a good interaction with him before I started working with him this year. So 4 days before we got to Boston, I was already starting this process of working with a mental skills coach. And the number one thing that we started talking about is taking away the results and only focusing on the execution of every individual pitch. So as much as the Boston game irked me, it did. With the little,
it irked me too.
It just
makes you feel better.
It really kind of set up a good line of success of like, okay, well, it doesn't actually bother me because results wise, in terms of my execution grid the day after, I executed 70% of the pitches I threw, which is really good. So those are the things that I'm starting to see. Like this last start I had, I actually executed worse than my last 3-4 starts. And that's just results, black, white. Did I throw the pitch where I wanted to? Yes or no? And this is the day after. And it's pretty interesting and pretty cool to see how consistent you can be over a period of time. And it really keeps you locked in. And I know a handful of other guys use him, and he's been really good for me in terms of my success. And that's kind of how I look at it, is from an execution standpoint. Did I do my job well enough? Yes or no? And that 70% mark is what we're looking for, every time we go out there.
I love that, by the way. And I love that you are valuing the mental side, because I tell people at a certain point, a lot of guys are talented and you understand what you are capable of doing, but then are you able to put yourself in the right frame of mind to go out there and have success? And having that frame of mind can make the world of difference. And Rock, I kind of think it goes into your next question with, you talked about being a slow starter, Cole, but I'll tell you what, I think what you're doing right now is pretty damn good. What do you think, Rock?
Yeah, Cole, it's no secret. I mean, you're on a tear right now, man. It's for the first time in your career, you've gone 6+ scoreless in 3 straight starts. And I did some deep diving just on the game logs, and you hadn't done that in back-to-back starts in your career. Don't take that the wrong way, man. But
no, don't say that out loud.
I'm just saying. It's
Oh, great, Rocco.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
This is what I get from Rip, Cole. I can never ask a question and just have peace when I do it. So, I mean, it's fantastic, and this fan base is absolutely loving it. I mean, every time you take the mound, they're really liking what you're putting out there. To you talked about the 70% factor. You talked about, the confidence and whatnot. What's been clicking for you this season, the last 3 starts especially, and is this the best you felt on the mound in your career right now?
What's funny is I still don't feel like I have my best stuff, because, I mean, I came into spring throwing harder, doing all these things, and then I obviously started working with mental skills, and now I'm like, timeout. That stuff doesn't matter as much. So, like, I'm still finding this, like, middle ground with, okay, where can I be, and where's my stuff play at best? I still think my slider has a little bit more velo tick in it. It's showing up as a curveball because of the velocity metrics. But if you look at all my stuff, my velocities are playing a little bit more down right now, but I'm executing more pitches. There's so much kind of going into these thought processes and things. Do I feel locked in? Yeah, most certainly. But I think that has a lot to do with my mental preparedness every single day. Just journaling, doing the small things, making sure I'm doing the same thing every day. It starts with making my bed, like making sure I'm just doing that. It's those small things that really start to compound and really make you consistent, not only as like a ball player on the field, but just every day, just make you feel good and confident.
People are roasting me in the comments because I brought that up, and now
rightfully so.
I'm getting blamed now if something, whatever it is, what it is.
You will be held accountable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rocco, there's certain things
thought it was
in
cool.
baseball. When a guy's like, you ever heard with a no hitter, when a guy's throwing someone, you don't go,
what's
hey,
that?
Man, you have, yeah.
Exactly. Obviously with the no hitter, but he's killing it right now. I just want to give him props.
They did the same thing to me, Rocco, a couple of weeks ago when we had Heston on, and I asked him about what he's changed up, and Ryan's like, "Don't say that, don't do that, don't do that."
I was pissed, Cole. I'll be honest, because Kevin's like, "Are you feeling different with your leg kick or whatever?"
Heston is okay.
Well, then Heston went 0 for his next 8, Kevin.
Is that actually true? Is that actually true?
He struck out to end the game and went 0 for 4 that game after he was on a bender.
Well,
I'm not saying we're superstitious.
I've never heard of a no-hitter before.
Cole knows, man. Cole knows. He gets it.
He gets it. Show my face in Baltimore again.
Cole, so the thing is, no matter what happens moving forward, you got to get out of jail free card, because it is, you can blame the guy in the bottom corner there, Rocco DeSandro. He's a good kid though, Cole, I swear. But actually, you're honestly, I tell people you're one of the most likable guys on this team, and everyone felt when you came over, and some of the other guys I've talked to as well. Same thing. They just love having you in Baltimore. And Zach, I think specifically Birdland's embraced it since the start because you helped bring this different type of culture here.
Yeah, Cole, I'm not sure if you've seen, but it looks like David Rubenstein is going to be the guest Mr. Splash on Friday.
Yep.
And it kind of all goes back to you being one of the guys that was like, hey, we need to have this splash zone, some sort of bird bath thing. What made you come up with that? And did you envision it becoming this multi-year as big as it's become? Because I think before the season started, the bird bath for every single game got sold out.
Yeah, I have no idea. So my initial thought on the bird bath was, hey, it'd be really cool to just have a fan section to just celebrate with us, like a splash zone, bird bath. Like, I think it'd be kind of cool. It'd be unique. You don't see that in ballparks.
Yeah.
And I just had that thought. And so I went over to McCann. I was like, hey, look, I know this is our team thing, but my brain can't stop thinking about this bird bath idea. Just somewhere out in the bleachers where fans can get wet. And he's like, yeah, just tell the team. So he gave me a little bit of approval and talked to some other guys, Kyle Gibson being one. And finally went to, Jackie and the marketing team and just said, hey, would it be really cool if we could set something up? And handful of weeks later, I forget how long the turnover was, but they got on that quick. And it was awesome. And I'm happy to see that Birdland loves it. And to be honest, it should have been existing before our splash zone antics, like before our hydration antics. You know what I mean? Like we're the Orioles, like bird baths, Orioles, it just mixes really well. So what's the nice thing about it is no matter, the team antics, I feel like the bird bath should be something that is just a staple of Baltimore. It's a great fan section. I don't know how fans do it early in the season with how cold it is. But really, I enjoy it. I enjoy watching fans have fun out there, and it was pretty cool to just come up with the idea. Had no idea it was going to last, multi-year thing, and to see the amount of different faces that have been out there, celebrating in the bird bath. I think Adam Jones needs to stay out of there though. We haven't hit well when he's been out there. So.
I mean, you said it, not us. But it's the same thing, which I know people think the City Connect are really cool. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be that guy. If they aren't worn, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Just going off statistics.
Just off of statistics, nothing else except that.
It's funny. Uncle Mike asked. That was like one of the first things he asked us. Like, we weren't even on camera. He's like, "You're going to ask me about the City Connect jerseys?"
Yeah.
And we just started laughing because we were like, we wouldn't even think about that, but it was clearly on his mind as well.
Yeah, there's not been the best moments here, but hey, we're going to keep those vibes high here. That's the ultimate goal. And I'm glad though, at least keeping those vibes high. I thought you guys made a great audible here, a little hot route to get rid of the bike celebration. I think it was good. And you went, hey, you know what? Hey, scrap that, erroneous. We're going back to the vibes. And I mean, then the lineup just started buzzing. It felt like you were onto something actually with the owner of the Iron Rooster too, Kyle. Have you met Kyle yet, Cole?
I have not.
Oh, what? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, that needs to change. Yeah.
He's a big fan of yours and he's a big fan of the squad, but him and I were talking about that because he heard when you did this, he's like, Cole, he goes like, he just seems like the guy that he gets the feel of it. Did you feel like the vibe was off with that to start this year?
That wasn't even like my idea.
I know it wasn't.
I was
your
just
idea.
like, I did buy the handlebars. I'm not gonna lie. Like my wife works. My wife works in motocross, like supercross and those, and she covers she covers racing. So of course I know where to get a set of bike handlebars. Like, not hard. But at the same time, like. I was like, okay, time out. looking at it. Guys were talking about, hitters were talking about doing that. So I was like, okay, I'll go buy him so we have something, because we didn't have anything initially to start the year. And it wasn't like we were trying to force anything either. And then finally conversation started getting rolling in the clubhouse, and Amazon find happened. And then now we're at the hydration station, which is an upgrade 2.0 of where we're at. I don't know where it goes beyond that, because 2.0 is absolutely insane, with 4 fountains.
Yeah, you don't say. It is getting a little bit out of control, and but the thing is, like, people are embracing this thing, and even other teams that are doing their own celebrations. I'm like, this thing is still top tier. Like when the walk off that Seti had, and everything just happened. You know what I mean? It's just like that embodied Birdland and embodied like what the team is. And I know Brad's gonna help me fix this mic because it keeps just dropping down. But am I wrong for that? Like, it just feels like it fits. Well, is that better?
Yep. Perfect.
Don't touch it. No touchy. But you get what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. Okay, good. Well, so we get it. I knew that you are very creative, and I love that about you. I think some other stuff. I think Kevin. What we're seeing also is maybe with the addition of some guys, and you guys, even though you're fun, you guys are super competitive. And I think, Kevin, is that kind of along the lines of what you have lined up next?
Yeah, Cole, just talking about the rotation in general. I mean, you guys are locked in right now, especially over this last little stretch here. I mean, we've kind of heard about all this stuff that can go on within a rotation of competition. It seems like you guys, you're not competing against each other, you're competing with each other. And we've kind of heard a little bit about that, but the rotation's been so locked in. You obviously bring in Corbin, and he's been dominating. You obviously, your start's been incredible down the list here. And then the second part to that question is, there's been a lot of guys going in and coming out of the rotation with injuries. And I mean, how do you guys stay ready, figuring out, okay, when is this guy coming back? When is that guy coming back? And when am I pitching, or what's my role here?
It's simple. It's, you give us the ball, we're going to get the job done. It's fun to be able to compete with each other. We compete with each other in the clubhouse, on the pool table, on the bumper pool table. We were playing crazy eights before during the rain delay in Cincinnati. We're always just enjoying our time with each other. It's unique to have a team that has, probably, if you look at our depth in total, probably 9 capable major league starters on the roster. And I could be forgetting people, and I know there's guys that are in AAA that aren't on the roster that are definitely capable as well. And by no means are we looking at any of that or anything. Ping pong.
Yeah, Wells.
Yep. Yeah, Wells, he's right. Ping pong too.
Is Wells any good? Is he any good?
He got better. He got better.
I'm going to be honest. And I don't mean to interrupt you, Cole, but I'm just going to destroy all of you in ping pong.
Oh, well, that's bold.
Just putting it out there. We got one back there. I'm good at it. I know I'm going to beat everybody.
You got your own paddle?
Yeah. I do.
I do.
Wow.
All right. Then you're a real gamer. Then let's play.
Let's do it. Bring me to the clubhouse.
You can ask Tyler. He won 2 games against me during spring training.
Ooh, all right. Challenge accepted.
And Tyler, why don't you get up, answer a text back from me, and why don't we hang out a couple times here, but also get healthy too, by the way. You're a good kid. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah. Cole, actually behind here in the studio with this great lighting in the back, we do have the pool or a ping pong table. We're supposed to get a pool table put in here. Yeah. That's been said for a while. We have a lot of activities that we got planned, but that's interesting. I love hearing that. I tell guys, when I was telling everyone here, there's a lot of different things you can do during a rain delay, and it's fun that you can do that. Okay, Tyler.
It was one.
He just buried himself. What are you doing, Tyler?
Yeah, I would have taken the 2 and said, you know what, you're right.
I was gonna say he just doubled half his win percentage there.
Oh man, you know what?
But no, we have a lot of fun. Like our team is again ultra competitive. We enjoy coming to the ballpark every day. There's just an excitement. Even on days that we lose, there's still guys hanging around on the pool table, just enjoying each other and being each other's companies. And granted, like when we get good crowds, we have to wait for traffic sometimes to kind of die down for us to get out of there.
Yeah.
And so that's the fun part about this team, is that even when the day is done, we enjoy being a part, of each other's lives in some capacity, whether that be talking about what someone's got going on, personally, or just things that guys are into, like video games or, I don't know, surfing. Whoever that is, right? Like we just enjoy spending time with each other.
I think what I tell people, it's very genuine what you guys have going on. And it's not well, hey, we're forced to work with each other because it's a team. It's like, well, no, we actually enjoy being with one another. And you're seeing that out there on the field. And I got to thank Justin here. And I know we got a couple things. Justin, thank you. $5 for the pool table fund. And also $5, Cole, to know what bottle you got SETI for that catch. Dude, by the way, how about that catch instead? Your expression said it all.
And like I said, I enjoy celebrating my teammates. So you will get a reaction out of me no matter who makes a play, just because I'm in awe too. Like, it's the major leagues. These are the best players out there making the best plays on the field. And so Said made that play. From my angle, being right smack dab in the middle of nowhere, thought he was not going to catch that. And then out of nowhere, there was a glove and it was in it. And it was just best play that's ever happened behind me. And that tops the one he made last year, which was the second best play that he, robbed Buxton in Minnesota.
Yeah, no, he said has a thing for just absolutely ruining Byron Buxton's day. He's been doing that for the last couple of years. And we actually had him on to talk about that, which was fantastic. One thing we want to say, is there an update on the clubhouse dog?
Gosh, I wish there was an update on the clubhouse dog.
Okay, sorry, sensitive subject. I'm sorry.
I know. It's something that I want to accomplish. You're seeing it across the league. The good news is there's emotional support animals going across the league. There's a handful of other teams this year that picked one up. So trending potentially in the right direction.
Ooh.
Trending. But those are conversations that there's a lot more that goes involved on that. I don't even know, again, where to pick those conversations up. But I'm hopeful that down the road we can have that emotional support dog.
I think we all need that. And if you need one right now, I have my golden retriever, Ollie. He is fully capable and he's a very good boy. And he has to come into the studio quite a bit. So I want to just bring him to the yard.
Yeah, might as well.
He's a very good pup. He's a good kid. You talk about marveling on players. And so then I'm sure then you've faced a lot of great hitters, some that you feel like you have more success against. But then there's the other way it goes, right, Brad? And I think as a competitor in you, I think am I leading you in the right direction?
Yeah. Honestly, that was an incredible lead-in.
Oh my goodness.
Well done, sir. I appreciate that. Cole, look, we always talk about like who's got your number. And I just want to is there Ryan O'Hearn came on last week, Ryan, and was like, I just want to hit a lefty. I don't know what my problem is. I just want to hit lefties. And so is there somebody or is there a particular set of players that you're just like, man, why do I got to face this guy today? Or is it all the same to you?
Well, fun fact, someone told me this offseason. My most career strikeouts of any player in the major leagues is actually Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, wow.
That's a fun fact. But he still has a 290 batting average against me. I don't know how that works out, but that's my most career strikeouts is Shohei. So I'll take that.
For real.
I enjoy facing him. I don't find he's still batting 290 against me, but I still don't find necessarily he's left-handed, so it's not as an at bat that I'm necessarily thinking about too much. I would say I enjoy facing Juan Soto, and that was when my time with Philly was going on. I haven't faced him in a long time. I do enjoy facing him. He's just a fun at bat because he's got success against left-handed pitchers. Yeah. So it makes me think a little bit more. I can't go with my typical kind of plan against lefties. I use my changeup a little bit more with him. It's fun. It's a fun at bat.
Yeah.
But the guy that comes to mind immediately is the guy that hit the ball off my hand, Brent Rooker.
Oh,
He's the guy. It's not that I don't want to face him. It's the fact that I can't have one game against him where he's not barreling one ball off me, whether that be over the fence or off my hand.
yeah, that's hilarious. We actually had Brent on Ryan, like right after the season ended.
It was in the off season. Yeah. Had him on.
And we were talking about how, he had the entire Orioles, organization's number, not just Juco, but he
last year
teed off. Yeah. Last year on everybody. So it's just interesting to hear you say that.
Yeah, I think it's funny because like even spring training games that I faced him in or minor league at bats, like he just finds a way to find a barrel against me. And it's just like, Brent, I know you're a nice guy, but we need to have a conversation. Like, what are you seeing that some other guys aren't?
I think that's a great conversation. You know what we want? We want more Irving, Ohtani, Soto matchups. That's what we're gonna do. I will talk to Brandon Hyde. Anytime you face him, you get to face him. We want it. The people want it. And who cares?
No.
Ohtani might hit 290 against you moving forward, but damn, you're gonna strike him out. That's a guarantee. As long as he doesn't do damage, we don't want that. He's pretty good. But
yeah, he's pretty good.
He's doing okay.
He's all right.
He's doing okay. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show here. A couple questions, Cole. We'll let you get out of here. A couple kind of fun. Kevin has this one because everyone thinks that I don't know. We're from the area, right? And Kevin thinks that everyone has this perception of Baltimore, right? Like Rocco didn't know when you came here. Did you have a perception of Baltimore, Kevin or Rocco?
Me?
Yeah.
I just heard the food was great, like the crab cakes and the seafood.
Thank you. So
on everything. Old Bay's like the go-to. So, but I know about it.
So, Kevin, does that kind of lead in? What do we got?
It does.
With that?
Cool. I've been notorious for asking this question, but you obviously coming over from Oakland, did you have any idea what was in Baltimore, what to expect when you got to Baltimore? Or was it kind of like Rocco was saying, like, what are they putting on what's this old base stuff? They're eating crabs all the time. Like, was it kind of like a new thing for you, or did you already have some idea? And also just the Orioles organization too. I mean, what was your perception coming in?
The first perception was I'm glad they moved the wall back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yankees fans.
Yeah, so that was the first thing, and then I knew about the area. This was probably arguably the second best hotel in the league. This is a really nice hotel as a visiting player. So I enjoyed actually coming to Baltimore. The food was good, and so there was a lot of good golf in this area as well.
Very good.
Yep.
So I already had that kind of coming in, so I had a little bit of an idea of what to expect. It was arguably for me better than my previous two spots. So I was excited to get here and play here. So I thought I was just in terms of, I didn't really know much what was in this like immediate surrounding city, I guess. Like where I'm living now, I would have had no clue like it existed.
Right.
And then I found like those little, mom pop shops, restaurants and stuff like that since. So it's been a little bit of a learning over the past 2 years about where to go, where not to go, like things to enjoy but I really love it here. It's been a blast to get to know more of the city of Baltimore.
That's amazing. And people are saying we're happy you're here, Cole. I agree. I'm happy you're here too, man. I hope that you've enjoyed your time so far. Zach, do you have a thought, concern?
Well, I just actually had to do some quick digging. This is from a previous conversation we had. Cole, on Masson pregame a few weeks ago, Danny Coulomb brought up that you bought a $600 ping pong paddle just to beat him. Is that?
So he's spreading lies now. What very Christian of him.
Wow.
Very Christian of him.
On the Ryan Ripken Show, you have the right to
you
set
can
the
set-
record
yep,
straight.
there you go.
Set the record straight.
No, it was 300. It was half.
It's incredible.
But now I do have a little defense here. Me and Steven Tarpley, back when I was in the minor leagues, we both had we'd work out together in the off season, and then we would go to a ping pong club to basically rally with each other. And we learned that like the different types of like, I guess, rubbers you could put on the paddle and the paddle blade all make a slight difference to how the ball comes off
Yep.
Yeah.
the paddle. So like it was like more intricate ping pong. So I just rebought a paddle that I had sold to someone that was getting into it. So it was something that I already had before, but I sold. So it's not really like a new purchase. It was something I already had in the past.
So who's winning in a best of 7? You're Danny.
I want to give Danny all the credit. It didn't matter what paddle he had, but he just played easy defense.
Yeah. So if we're doing like an official ranking system here, like who's the number 1 world ranking for the Baltimore Orioles in ping pong right now? Like Danny number 1, and is Cole sliding into the number 2 spot? Tyler Wells at 15.
I'm gonna go Danny. I'm gonna go myself. I'm gonna go O'Hearn. O'Hearn is nasty. And then Wells is towards the bottom.
Yeah, like 15th or 16th.
But no, I think there's just, I'm trying to think who else played. Holiday is pretty good. Heston played a little bit. Albert Suarez, nasty. He can play too. So that's another sleepy pick. We got a lot of good ping pong players, but we have more pool players in the clubhouse.
Yeah,
got your work cut out for you, Brad.
I don't think so.
Whoa!
Wow.
You better get those.
Cole, we're gonna have to get you here as well to the studio here one of these days. It's actually close to where the road team hotel is. Actually a 2-minute walk from that.
Yeah,
and so might just have to make something work here, and we got to put we can actually. Some people want to see this streamed. I just want to see actually Tyler Wells and oh gosh,
I just hit his mic when I did.
He was trying to swing the phone to hit my mic over.
He was trying to imagine.
Oh, we got
so, I was actually going to say this. So we actually.
Oh yeah, Dean's very good. I don't know how.
Dirty Dean.
When we talked to Dean, he was talking about that what was it? The Jewish is it Jewish Olympics or whatever? What was that called?
Yes.
Yep. They were he was really big into ping pong.
He explained that he said the wrong term.
He called it ping pong instead of table tennis, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
And they got really upset with him.
And they should get upset with him. They should get upset with Dean, just like Juan Soto got upset with Dean, right? Because Dean went after him all of a sudden because Dean's just a mean guy, right?
Yeah.
Didn't like the shuffle.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I love getting on Dean for things that he did not do, but that's just me.
Dean's very good. I actually probably have to move the rankings around a little bit.
Okay.
But
reshuffle.
I actually got Danny, Dean, and myself.
Wow.
Like, because I forgot Dean played, but he played one game this spring training. He played a lot of pool, so like I kind of moved him because he wasn't playing. But he can literally pick anything up and be good at it. Dean is incredible, an incredible athlete.
He really is. He really is. And you mentioned some other young guys. I like hearing the young bucks like Heston Kjerstad. You said Jackson Holiday is one that the guy can play. So that the fun house or whatever setup he had in the offseason, he just seems like a guy that's just an athlete. Talk to Matt too. That dude could still hit bombs right now, by the way. I don't know if you saw that video of him in the home run derby that he did with the kids.
Yep.
And he proudly said, I won that. So
he sure did. He was like, they didn't really make it well known, but I definitely won that.
Yeah. I mean, he can still hit some tanks. All right.
Yeah.
We want to be conscious of the time, so we'll get you out of here. But last thing I got to ask you, because this is the question that obviously we have to answer here. It's
taking off. It's trending.
It's trending. It's around the ballpark, and actually, it's sponsored by Stuggies. You ever had the crab mac and cheese dog, by the way?
No, I have not.
Not yet. Well, we're going to have to make that happen here. But this question is sponsored by Stuggies. I think you might be knowing where I'm going with this. Around the ballpark, there's the hot dog race, right? There's the ketchup, mustard, relish. Those are the options of the hot dog race. But I just want to know, I don't care about the race. Cole Irvin, what are you putting on your dog? What is going on there?
Mustard and relish.
Oh,
All right.
What a dub for this side of
All
the room.
right. Yep.
There we go. Fist bump.
Boom.
It's simple. It's that easy, guys. It's mustard and relish. I'm a mustard guy. I love relish, and I'm team relish in the race.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Give me
Cole,
that
yes.
green shirt. I need a green shirt. I'm gonna get that at some point.
You don't have a green shirt?
Memorial
No,
Day
I just thought about it. Okay.
Do we need to talk to some people?
no. Well, Memorial Day
They're
is
doing the relish thing. They're doing the giveaway in like 2-3 weeks.
Memorial Day.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
Ryan.
Look at this guy, patient. He'll wait. Patience is a virtue, Rocco.
He's
I'm
just
so
dropped $300 on a ping pong paddle. He's got a budget. Okay?
I gotta
For waiting
save.
for the fruit.
Yeah, I
you
gotta
gotta
save.
gotta
Yeah.
wait for
Disappointed that he's not a ketchup guy. Like that's just like
I like ketchup. I'm not hating on ketchup. I'm just
Yeah.
like my personal preference is mustard and relish. Like
This is what we're
Just
talking
what
about,
I'm
Cole.
saying.
He just comes at people out of nowhere.
No,
We
no.
have to simmer
the
him down.
disappointment on his face the second I said mustard was just pale white. Just like you gotta. I'm
All
sorry.
right, Cole, you got a chance to redeem yourself though before we get out of here because
Oh,
we are
no.
trying to be conscious of your time. So you spent 2 years in Philadelphia. I'm from the PA area. All right, had a lot of cheesesteaks in my life.
Yeah.
What is your cheesesteak order, and where was the best place you got it from when you were up here?
Oh gosh, why am I forgetting the name of the place? It was off of University.
Oh,
If you tell me a
Gosh.
tourist trap place, my face is just gonna. It's gonna.
No, it was
Must
so
know.
I guess it could be touristy, but I'm not saying it for that. It was Kevin Hart's spot. And I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of it. I don't think it's Steve's. It's definitely not Steve's, excuse me. But my order, okay, let's get to the order.
Is it Max?
What?
Is it Max's?
Yeah. Well, that's what Kevin Hart says.
I think it was Max's. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. What's your order?
Yeah. What's the
your
order? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just redeem yourself, please.
I mean,
Jesus.
Wow.
I haven't ordered one in a while.
All right.
His body's a temple, Rock.
Yeah.
It's not bulking season
Hey,
anymore. Cole,
we
continue.
did change the diet. We changed the diet. We
Oh.
haven't ordered one, so it's been good.
All right.
oh.
All right.
So
Hey, good for you, right there, Cole. Proud of you, man.
bread is still a problem. You still
No.
put bread in front of me, I'm still gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Can't help yourself.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm typically going, steak with grilled onions, peppers, and what's the provolone?
Ooh.
All right, you go
There you go.
provolone. You change it up. I can respect that. I go whiz with. Like so, you go provolone with onions, and then you go with the peppers as well. So that's not a bad order. People like Cooper Sharp sometimes. A lot of people go American with. I think like whiz with. A lot of people go in this area and they really enjoy it.
The cheese is always the one that I'm mixing up. Like
Mm.
the cheese I can kind of do with whatever.
I'm going Swiss.
Oh.
But some places don't offer Swiss.
Of course,
That is
you go
true.
with-
Swiss
Kevin.
is an underrated. Not a lot of places actually offer it.
Like if I
agree.
could put if I could put pepper
Kevin.
jack, if I could put pepper jack on
There we
a
go.
That,
Philly
yeah.
cheesesteak, that'd
Oh,
be good.
That's fair. Swiss.
But
I can't believe you just said that.
Kevin's just a king of wild takes
See,
right
Cole,
He
you
is.
were respectful. Everybody else in the studio just glared at me when I said Swiss.
It wasn't. We didn't glare. We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Uh-huh.
There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
there
it's
is a difference.
Thank you.
It's much worse.
It is much
true.
worse. Hey,
It's
Cole,
true.
is there anything before we let you get out of here and enjoy the rest of your off night? Anything that you want people to know about what's going on with you or what you want to have focused on besides what your preferences are with the ping pong paddle, with cheesesteaks, hot dogs? Am I missing anything else, guys? Is there anything else that we missed so far?
No, that pretty much
that's
covers
it.
the interview.
Covers it. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
so for gamers out there, my
Oh,
gamers out
oh.
there.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. I have just partnered with Gray Zone Warfare. They are the newest extraction shooter on Steam if you have PC.
Yep.
And we are doing a giveaway next week. And we don't know if it's going to be strikeouts or if it's going to be innings pitched. We don't know quite what way but we're going to be doing codes based on the giveaway or based on how I perform in the game. So be on the lookout for that next week. You got to have a PC in order to be on part of the giveaway, but I'm not on Twitter often, but this is the one time that I will be. So
Turn your
There you go.
Yeah,
notification
turn them
on
on. Turn them
for-
noties on.
for
There you
Twitter, X, whatever it's called. Hey, Cole, I appreciate you. I will see you around the stadium here in a little bit. I'll come bother you. I try to give you guys some space, but definitely going to bother you. And now I'm like really into – I'm going to text Wells after this and be like, dude.
He's already texted me.
I gotta tell him, hey, Wellsy, man, we got to get better, man. We got to get in there.
I can't believe he corrected it and said he won less games.
It's taking away that credit he was given. He was
Hey,
given that.
That's why you're one of the top 3 world ranking ping pong players, at least in the Baltimore Orioles rankings. But Cole, enjoy the rest of your off night. We appreciate you. Good luck in your next start. And hey, stay healthy and be good. All right.
Yeah, if anything goes wrong, I'll blame Rocco.
There you go. There you go.
No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank
you, Cole.
Yes, cannot agree more.
He
That's
just
like-
gets it. He just gets it.
Rightfully
Gets it.
so. Guys, can I
So
just
good.
want to shout Cole out. I didn't want to, do this while he was on here because it's like, but last year it was so cool that, everything, it was like the roller coaster of the season in 2023.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, when he came here, he held a bike drive for kindergarten students at the Federal Hill Preparatory School. And I think he was pitching in a AAA game when
Yep.
this was going on. So Kyle Gibson helped distribute those bikes, but that's a guy you root for. That's a guy who cares about this community. And he was awesome to have on as a guest. So shout out to Cole. He's continuing to do the giveaways this season. And it's really awesome to see players do that and use their platforms to give back. It's really, really cool.
Brad,
Like, please clip that. Please clip that.
Oh,
at
that's-
the end when he was
that's
saying
totally
that was
happening.
hilarious.
Don't
man.
you worry.
I've never had such a one of us moment as with an athlete of where he goes, and then if anything goes wrong, I'll just blame
Oh,
Rocco. It's like,
we should have
That
done
was
it
a
as he
great-
was exiting. That would have
That
been
was a great mic
perfect.
drop. That was unbelievable.
It was great, but you are right. I want to finish the one point that
Yes.
Rocco did talk about that. Like when we've mentioned our people, we want to be able to show you the full picture. And I think the community of Birdland, if you knew that story, Rock, what you were alluding to, some didn't. It's a great story.
Yeah.
And so people knew what Cole's personality is. When we have guys come on here, we want to show people the other side of them. It's like, how do you not want to root for these guys? Like the guys that we've had on so far, Cole, Ryan O'Hearn. I mean, we've had Seti, we've had Westberg, Kauser. I know I'm blanking on some other
Dean.
guy. Dean, Bradish,
Tyler.
Tyler. Well, maybe not root for. No, you're rooting for Tyler. We love Tyler, man. I love Tyler. Please get well, man. I need you back on the mound.
Yeah.
I need you
Need it
back
back.
on the mound. But I think the point is, you're seeing with all these guys.
Yeah.
You're seeing the behind the scenes of who they are, and that's the really cool thing with what's going on here. So I really appreciate that. And Tim, your wish is our command. Oh. Stand up, Kevin. Mute Rocco. Cole is an awesome dude. Good kid.
yeah, let me get this Rocco mute going.
Yeah, get Rocco muted, please.
There
Please
it
do
is.
it. Kevin, get up. I got to put the glasses on. I'm getting up.
Stand up, Kevin.
Kevin, come on. Thank goodness that we didn't have Kevin in the bear.
Tim, oh my, I know. I set the bear up next to the NBA Jam tonight. I thought he deserved to be up there.
He did. He deserves to be on the up and up. But hey,
By the way, I did. Just wanted to shout. I know. I don't think Joe was watching when we first went live, but we did receive your.
Yeah,
What the fuck? We received your Red Bulls, man, and they are fire.
yeah.
Just gonna
Shout out to you,
shout-
Joe. No
I-
more C4 for me right now.
I didn't get one.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you know why?
By
you're
Joe's
not
orders.
here, asshole. That's why.
I'm in Philadelphia.
Well, not my problem.
hey, well, you know what? You know what is our problem? That we are having a very fun time here, and that is a good problem to have, by the way. And we've had some great guests. And if you're new to that channel, hit that like and subscribe button. This is what we like to do. We like to have fun. We like to have the silliness. We like to. Kevin, where the heck is my mini Rocco?
He decided he didn't want to.
he fell again.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, Kevin. But if you guys are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We do this every Monday, Thursday, Sunday, impromptu streams. We have another one Tuesday with our friends at Hollywood Casino in Charlestown, races in West Virginia. The band is getting together. We're doing it live from 6 to 8, and it's kind of like a watch party. We wanted to just, again, tease that tomorrow. We hope to see you guys there, and we have another special thing that's upcoming here. We have another guest coming on here in the next few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, to talk about this upcoming series, the Washington Nationals, Mr. Bobby Blanco, down here with the Nationals. He covers them, beat reporter for them. So we want to make sure that you guys want to know what's going on with the Nats. Battle of the Beltway, Rock. We feeling frisky? Do we have any polls while we wait for a second, Brad?
We do. So as per the usual, it's been up for about a half hour now, and there's 111 votes. So pretty good participation in this one. What is the best movie genre for a first date?
Oh.
So options are comedy or rom-com, action, drama, or a horror flick for the first date.
You got any?
First of all, I'll just say this. Like I ripped this question from, the internet. I think a first date to the movies is a bad first date, but nevertheless, if you're gonna go out on a date, like if you're going your first movie date, what are you going to see?
Rom-com. My favorite movies are rom-com.
What is that? What is that movie,
is.
Kevin? That's okay, but what is it?
When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, all right. You know what? I take that back. That's a good one.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
That's good.
But I agree with
thought
Brad.
you were
I
gonna
agree with
do.
you about the
I thought you were
movies.
gonna do like How to Lose a Guy in 10 days.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada or whatever.
Well, that would make a lot more sense
Yeah.
as well.
No, but I agree. A movie is a first date.
Terrible.
You're
Terrible
not talking to the person. You're just
Right.
watching the movie.
Yeah.
You got to go out to a place where you can get to know them.
Rock, what do you need some time to think there? Or you got
Well,
one?
I mean, Ariana's sitting across the table from you right now. So
Yes.
what's the deal? What's the deal?
I agree. I would not go to a movie on a first date, but it would have to be something you could talk about after, like a drama or a comedy.
There you
So
go.
There you go.
Drama,
Fair
comedy,
enough.
or dramedy?
I've been spoken for, as usual.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Ariana, thank
There's a
you.
show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Never
best-
gone to a movie together, so I can't really.
We've never gone to a movie together, evidently. So I
well,
guess
then
that-
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well,
go
we
get
watch
those
them at home on the couch and like.
How to
yeah,
lose a girl in 10 days.
Holy shit, Kevin. Kevin from the top row.
Oh, I didn't know.
Holy shit.
It's coming out now. Did the guy that went to a cat's birthday party over the weekend?
We were saving it. We were saving it.
Shut up, Rocco. God damn it, bro.
Wow. Kevin is holding nothing back. The battle of the 5'4" guys. It is going down in here. But anyway,
That
Zach,
was incredible.
Stay tuned
what's your
for that
take on it?
story.
You got your comedy. I think I got to make
Yeah.
sure that like we're vibing on the same sense of humor, and then like it's something to talk about afterwards.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that point.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like you can be like, oh, that was hilarious and stuff like that.
I thought really, if you don't know the person as well, I know I saw some comments about horror. If you don't know the person well,
No.
I don't know if I'm fit for that. Someone was talking about horror movies.
Hell no. Mm-mm.
I can get scared shitless sometimes.
Yeah.
So with that, so I'm like, hey, I'm good. I feel like it needs to be light if it's the first time. Like, okay, haha, like, oh, that was cool. And you guys know, like, I probably should have taken Jamie on to see Austin Powers or just watch it. I actually made Jamie watch Austin Powers and Wedding Crashers with me before we could continue on with our relationship. Made her watch them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's,
Even though she's already seen them because she needed to know it was a big part of me.
Yeah.
It's a big part of me.
so the results are majority of people are saying comedies or rom-coms, but horror actually came in second place at 17%. And then action movies.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
And I'd be curious, like for anybody who voted for a horror film, like what's the allure there? Like why you just hoping that your girl's gonna like cling on to you? Is that the whole thing? Like I don't really
Yes.
understand.
Yes. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the one that's always more scared.
Oh
Mute me again. Send $20 more. Thank you.
Oh, sugar.
No, I don't do well with jump scares. I mean, I'm okay with like the concept of
Kevin's
horror
the one
movies,
clinging on to his
but,
girl.
but I don't. I when I lived in LA, quick story time. When I lived in LA, my friend wanted to watch the movie It with me. I'd never seen it because I'm just
Fuck
not
that movie.
I'm just not about the jump scare. I don't really care about clowns, but like not about the jump scares.
You
So
know what? Continue.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
I said, all right. He said there are 2 jump scares in the entire movie, and I say, okay, just tell me when they are, and I'll watch it with you.
Oh, that's a terrible.
At no
decision.
point would I
Terrible.
tell you when they are.
No.
Like there's no
So
chance.
he told me when the first one was, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
Oh, to gain your trust.
But the second one, you can kind of tell when a jump scare is coming, right? Like,
Yeah.
the
Uh-huh.
music creeps in and they're about to open like a closet door, or the basement door. And I'm thinking like, okay, like this really feels like it's about to be a jump scare. But he told me about the first one. I'm like, I'm going to trust him. I'm like, okay. And then
Brilliant.
it happens and he doesn't tell me. And I like jump and I'm like super like, oh my God. And I turn around, he's sleeping.
Oh,
that's a great friend you got there, Kevin. I gotta say, it's great.
It was.
My dad actually let me watch it when I was 4 years old, and ever since then I've been terrified of clowns.
Yeah.
So fuck that movie.
My
Well, I mean,
story.
and what a dad move.
It very well, yeah.
Did anyone see Houston's comment? That man is so
Yeah,
unhinged.
yeah.
We're,
He's
yeah,
so unhinged, it's ridiculous.
Houston, you
He's
are
unbelievable.
unhinged, and that's what happens in this comments. Houston, that is not a best first date.
Well, it's
Um,
actually not the
Houston,
most
that's not-
unhinged
But
thing.
you know what? But you know what comment we are going to talk about is if Cole is subscribed to
All
our
right,
channel.
Cole.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Cole.
So if you're not subscribed to the channel, and Cole says had to make sure I subscribe. Thanks for having me on, gents. You should go subscribe to his channel. By the
Yeah.
way, it's right there.
Yeah,
It's his
literally.
name. It's not that hard. You should do it, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate you more than anything. Keep doing your thing, and again, when in doubt, blame Rocco.
Look, I owe him that subscription now. I'm definitely gonna go sub to his channel after that because
You should. You
I'm
should.
an idiot. I did the dumbest thing possible.
We know.
Yep.
People are talking
We know.
about it.
Hey, but so before our guest comes on here, quick time to maybe go down on the farm and take a quick ride on our Adams Jeep of Maryland down right now as we actually take a ride down to the farm and talk about. There's a couple players. We just want to do a little update. Brad's feeling good.
Don't do,
Zach
don't
is-
do me yet. Don't do me yet. Get it.
Okay.
Don't do me yet.
That is Kevin. Well, we definitely aren't going to do you. So
Oh, what are we doing here?
what are we doing? We're driving.
We're
driving.
Oh,
Oh,
I got the okay.
Okay. Well, we're driving, and this is God.
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin, what did you think that was going to look like?
Yeah.
Kevin, stop moving his one hand. Stop moving his one hand.
Oh my God,
Jump scare
Chuck!
in the horror movie.
Chuck is gonna drop us from Adam's Jeep.
We're lucky that they get us.
Yeah.
They get us. But Adams Jeep of Maryland, located up in Aberdeen, Maryland. It's that beautiful sign right behind Zach Bollinger right there. Whammy.
Boom.
Up in Aberdeen, Maryland, we're actually got some things planned for them. We might have a live show in the works with them and some other content. But again, they got a Jeep celebration event going on. Also, if you just want to get parts, service, anything done up there, by the way, I go up there to get my car serviced and taken care of, and phenomenal. But also, if you want to buy a pre-owned vehicle, and it doesn't have to be a Jeep, you just want to buy a pre-owned vehicle, go up there, you buy one, and you say you like the Ryan Ripken Show, and you don't like the guy right next to me, Rocco DeSangro, Chuck will give you a $500 gas card with the purchase of that vehicle. So there's good things working. They are great people to work with too. I just got to shout them out. But before our guest comes on, we didn't really talk about the situation. I know people are worried about prospects and veterans and all this. It's always a extremely hot topic. Veterans are playing really well on this team. Very, very well. There's also some other guys that are playing very, very well right now. Kobe Mayo being one of them. And I understand people's understanding of like wanting to have those guys up in due time. But guys, Jackson Holliday's trying to get more comfortable down there as well. Kevin, you're resituated?
Yes. I have the stats on Jackson when you're ready. You just want me to? You
know what? When do as the Romans do, Kevin.
Yes. So this has been circulating a little bit, but Jackson Holliday. And we talked about this on yesterday's stream, but just to bring it up again. So Jackson, when he was with AAA before his call up, he was 14 of 42, so 333 average, 7 extra base hits, and 9 RBIs. Then when he got called up to Baltimore, he was 2 for 34, so 0.59 or 0.059 average with no extra base hits and 1 RBI. But now, since his option back down to AAA, he's 5 for 27 for a 185 average with 3 extra base hits and 3 RBI. So we talked about it a little bit yesterday, just about, him starting in AAA, coming up, struggling, going down, struggling. I mean, Ryan, what do you think about that? Is this a mental thing? Is he readjusting the swing? I mean, what do you think's going on with Jackson right now?
I think that everyone needs to. I'm going to put my glasses on because we're going to just have some good vibes here for a second. Everything's fine. He's 20 years old. I do think he needed the reset. And again, he wasn't going to hit 333 the entire year.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to do that. He was going to go through slumps. And I think everything's just so magnified for him. I'm not worried about him at all. What I did like in some of the at-bats that I did see when he's having success, going the other way again, seeing the ball deep, who said that when they were feeling like they were locked in and he got hot, he actually was the AL Rookie of the Month?
Yeah.
Where was he hitting his balls? And which player am I referring to, Zach?
You talking about Colton Cowser?
Ding, 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 ding. Colton Cowser using the
Hmm.
other part of the field and then working his way back. He got comfortable and he got locked in. So to understand where people are with that, that's how I look at it with Jackson Holiday. Use the whole field. And Rock, we talked about this too. He wasn't really seasoned as far as at the AAA level. Like people could talk about him and Gunnar. Gunnar had a lot more plate appearances, guys, like at the AAA level. And for Jackson, I would have loved to have seen him ride it out a little bit longer. It's not what happened, but his time's coming. He's a fantastic player, but it's context, right? And I think that people need to take a step back on some of these young guys. And a guy like, then maybe we can just tie this in and we can talk about it after, but Kobe Mayo too.
Yep.
Kobe's a tremendous player, but he doesn't have all the pressure that Jackson's dealing with right now.
I was just about to bring that up, Rip, because, having Ryan O'Hearn on a few days ago, kind of talking about that, about like giving the kid a break, that he's never seen so many cameras in front of, a player or prospect coming up. And if anybody can relate to somebody like that, it would be you, right? I mean, like, you understand the pressure, you understand like having cameras in your face or everybody kind of comparing you to another legendary baseball player. So like, I think that if there's anybody that can have a good take on this, it would be you.
Yep. Thank you. And I think, and we've talked about this for a while, and Rock, I know you got to get going here. So just to close out the thoughts, there's a mental side. You know what I loved is that how much Cole Irvin talked about the mental side of it and how important that is and how to deal with that, because it comes a point where talent's not an issue. But again, at 20 years old, Rock, I'm just not worried at all about him, man. And also, look how good these veterans have played for this team in Baltimore, and it will lead into our next guest coming on. But this Orioles team is the best in the American League, and there shouldn't be that much pressure on a kid like Jackson right now.
It's not a coincidence that the top prospects in the organization for the Orioles have worked out because of their system. The Adley Rutschmans, the Jordan Westbergs. You look at Colton Cowser. You look at Gunnar Henderson. All those guys are succeeding at the big league level right now. But they went through some bumps in the road at first. Same with Grayson Rodriguez. It's going to happen. Colton got sent down. Grayson got sent down. Now Jackson got sent down. Jackson is going to come back a better player from this. And you talk about the mental side of things. 20 years old, man. He's got his whole career ahead of him. I mean, he is going to figure it out. And when he does, he's going to put the rest of the league on notice. He really is. This is not going to be a case of Jackson Holiday goes up, he struggles, and he's a bust. That's just not, let's put that narrative away, put it to rest forever. Because I know there are people from other fan bases out there, they're going to do that, they're going to troll. That's not going to be the case with Jackson Holiday. When he figures it out, man, he is going to be such an incredible player. I mean, everybody sees it, everybody knows it. And it's not about if, it's about when. It's going to happen. Be patient, I'd say, to this fan base. Jackson will come up when they feel like he's ready. And when he does, I feel like you're going to see a much different baseball player, a much more motivated one. And hopefully he's able to deal with more of that pressure as he continues on. Ryan O'Hearn said it best, man, when we had him on. Go look back at that conversation. I really would implore you to do so. Watch what he said about Jackson Holiday. The camera's in your face, the pressure you face, you're talked about all the time. Not everyone gets that treatment when they're coming up through the bigs. Jackson Holiday did from the minors, from the moment he was drafted. I'm telling you what, when he gets back up, it's going to be incredible to see.
I agree. And last thing here before we then get to our Zach last thought here, because then we can bring our guest on to kind of tie it all into this series coming up with the Nats.
Well, I just wanted to piggyback off what Rocco said. And Ryan O'Hearn said it very blatantly. He said, this is going to be a blessing in disguise. When we look back, this is going to be something that people are like, that was what was needed. And he even said, when Jackson Holiday comes back, he's coming back with vengeance. And I truly believe that this is going to be for the best at the end of the day. And if you're worried about Jackson Holiday, who's an all-world talent, pretty good ping pong player apparently, then, I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. Yeah. Very good ping pong player. And there's a lot of good players like that. And Rock, I appreciate it. I think Rocco's behind, and I think he's got to get going. So Rock, if you want to just wave to me behind, are you okay? Okay. Goodbye, Buttercup.
Bye, Ray of Sunshine. Yeah.
The ray of sunshine, baby.
Yeah.
We will see you later, Rock. Appreciate it. We'll talk a lot more about Jackson Holiday, and Kobe Mayo's having a phenomenal year as well. But again, when you're looking at this team, this Orioles team is filled with a lot of really talented guys, and we'll talk about it. But it's kind of on the upswing right now. It's kind of the team that they're actually playing, and they might be a little bit more behind on that right now because after they traded Soto away, and it felt like actually it was the exodus of players when you think about it, right? Scherzer gone, Soto gone, Turner gone. Then they went into the rebuild mode. But this Nationals team is scrappy, and they're a team that is building talent. And right now, they're actually playing some really, really solid baseball. So we thought we might go down to a Washington Nationals insider. He's a podcaster and host of the for Mass and Nationals. So let's bring on Mr. Bobby Blanco. Bobby.
Hey guys.
There he is. And also, by the way, is it Blanco or Blanco?
Blanco, like white in Spanish.
Like Blanco, like I'm going to go have a tequila Blanco.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I just want to make sure, and I'm sorry. I love me some tequila Blanco. But how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
I know we appreciate you taking the time. We try to now with our group here. We're based out of Baltimore. We want to try to have people that have more of boots on the ground, pulse on the team. We did the last one with the Reds. Brad set that up here. 2-game set, Battle of the Beltway, and you would have a pulse on it right now in this Washington Nationals team. Really, actually, we'll start with the recency bias. Swinging the bats pretty well, and a team that, again, doesn't have a lot of expectations necessarily going into this season.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have said at the beginning of the season that by May the Nats would be 500 in third place and in a wild card spot, I think every fan would take that. The Nationals would take that. Like you said, coming into this year, there weren't a lot of expectations. Now, last year, they actually had a big jump. They won 16 more games last year than they did the previous year. So that's kind of your bar coming into this year. How much more can you improve on a 70-win season? I had them going a little over than that, but not too much, not a 16-game jump like they did the previous year. But this is a good start, right? Like 500 ball this early in the season. Again, not a lot of expectations. They kind of plugged the holes with some veterans, hopefully that they can trade at the deadline. Some of those guys are off to slow starts, and they're kind of riding the backs of their young superstars. CJ Abrams is becoming one of the best shortstops in the game right now. As you guys know, you have one up there in Baltimore too, and Gunnar Henderson, and how important that is for a young team. Luis Garcia Jr., who is a guy that's been around for a long time, was supposed to be one of the top prospects years ago, maybe coming into his own finally, had a really big weekend against the Blue Jays, starting pitching like Mackenzie Gore with electric stuff. Jake Irvin came out of kind of nowhere last year, one of the better starters in this rotation right now, and they have a really strong back end of their bullpen right now. So things are going really well for them. Right? I can't imagine any Nationals fan or anyone in that front office is disappointed with this start because I think they've exceeded a lot of expectations.
No doubt about it. And actually, so I don't know if you knew, Bobby, I started my career at the Nationals, got drafted there. And so Juan Soto was one of my teammates then in my last year of being with the Nats. And then Soto was kind of that final piece that was traded. And you mentioned the guy that in return for Soto in exchange, they got a young blossoming player that had star potential and CJ Abrams. And I know that they got Mackenzie Gore and again, other package players here. But Abrams was the one guy that I sat there and went, damn, he just looks like a guy that if you give him a little bit of time and give him some reps, he's going to start to take the league by storm. And I think people forget right now he's sitting at 23 years old. I mean, this dude is off to a great start. What is something that we talk about Gunnar Henderson here? What is something that separates CJ Abrams in your eyes? What makes him so special of a talent right now?
He's got all 5 tools like Gunnar does. What he's coming really into his own right now is with his power. Gunnar, and I have such a good pulse on both of these teams, working for Masson since 2012 and growing up an Orioles fan and now, covering the Nationals and, when I'm not a fan of both teams, all that stuff. So, I can kind of compare and contrast both of these teams really well. And, Gunnar had everything when he came up. CJ power wasn't there last year. He kind of struggled, especially at the beginning of the year. It took him till this is a fact that a lot of us in the local media keep pointing to when we're talking about CJ Abrams. It took him till last June to hit his 7th home run of the season. He hit 7 in this past April. Yeah. And so now he is I think top 5 in the NL in slugging and top 10 in OPS. He's top 3 in the majors in extra base hits and triples. So The power is fine. The speed was there. The athleticism at shortstop was there. Now he did have some issues with errors at the beginning of last year. He's cleaned that up. He can make the routine play with his eyes closed now, and he can make the superstar, highlight reel play, which is very impressive, much like Gunnar can as well. But the power, man, that's what's coming around for him right now. The home runs have hit. The extra bases have hit. He's been mostly their leadoff man, but this team has lacked such power. They were, I think, dead last in the majors last year in home runs hit. They're in the bottom third of the majors this year already. So with your leadoff guy leading in home runs, that means there's usually not a lot of guys on base ahead of him. So Davey Martinez has actually bumped him down to second and tried to get more guys on base ahead of him because he is now one of their better power hitters. So again, for Abrams right now, it's just the power is finally coming through to kind of really complete that 5-tool package that made him one of the top prospects in that Soto deal.
I agree with that. And again, if you're new to the channel, by the way, anyone, hit that like and subscribe button. Talking with Bobby Blanco. Bobby Blanco of he's a Washington Nationals insider, a host of sorry if I'm getting it correct. You host the podcast on Masson Nationals.
And now insider for MassonSports.com and on Masson. Yeah.
Perfect. I want to make sure I got all of the plugs for it. And again, for people that want to know, this is the guy that's going to know a lot about the team that's right down the road from Baltimore. So next thing we're going to pivot here, Zach's got a pitching question because for a team, especially overall, Nationals pitching staff I think sits around 20th in team ERA. But the biggest discussion, at least it's been in Baltimore, has been about the bullpen. And I think, Zach, this is kind of where you're going with this.
Yeah, Bobby, thanks for joining. And so you talked a little bit about the back end of the Nationals bullpen. Oriole fans are very familiar with Hunter Harvey. Obviously, he's kind of been in that closer role for the Nationals. But for people that aren't as familiar with the Nationals bullpen, where are the weaknesses? Where are the strengths? And who are those guys that if you're an Orioles fan, you're thinking, we don't want to be seeing him down in a game because he's going to come in and shut us out?
Right. Yeah. Harvey. So Hunter is actually not the closer. The closer is actually Kyle Finnegan, which might surprise some Orioles fans just because of that electric fastball that Harvey has. But he's a setup man. I think Hunter leads the league in holds. I don't know how much.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah, I don't know how much stock you put in that stat. And then Kyle Finnegan's tied for the major league lead in save. So it's those two that I was talking about earlier. Hunter's more of like the fireman, like in a tight jam. He's also done really well, which I can't remember. That was probably not his situation when he was in Baltimore because of his injury history, but going multiple innings or getting like +3 outs, like getting 4 or 5 outs. Davey has used him in those situations too. But weaknesses in the bullpen, I'm sure like a lot of O's fans probably split, like every team. You have your A bullpen and your B bullpen. In a close game, if you get the A bullpen from the Nationals, you're talking about like Derek Law and Dylan Floro, who are offseason additions, who have actually been playing out pretty well, to hand off to Harvey and Finnegan. But then you're talking about in a game that, maybe one of those guys isn't available and you have to throw it at one of the other guys. You're talking about like a Tanner Rainey, who used to be the Nationals closer, had Tommy John a couple of years ago, hasn't gotten his velocity back, has really struggled this year. He has not been put in high leverage situations, and it's part easing him back into it, part he doesn't have it fully back yet. So Tanner Rainey is vulnerable. Jordan Weems was kind of a part of that three-headed monster at the back end of the bullpen. He has not pitched well at the start of the season, so he's getting kind of moved over to the B side. And you have two Barnes, Jacob Barnes and Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes, of course, former closer for the Red Sox. And Jacob Barnes, those guys have been kind of going back and forth. I think Jacob has had some pretty decent outings, but it just kind of depends who's available. If for the Nationals, like any pitcher, they depend so much on the starting pitching. So they need to get, and unfortunately, this week against the Orioles, Trevor Williams and Mitchell Parker, a rookie, those guys aren't well known for going deep into games. So you're probably going to see a handful of those guys I just mentioned kind of bridge the gap between the 5th and then like the 8th inning right there. So the 6th and 7th, maybe even 8th in a tighter game, you'll probably see some of those guys I just mentioned.
Yeah, and right now, then, as far as to tie it all in, I mean, the bullpen conversation is just always fascinating because the Orioles, at least in this case, they're going by a little bit of committee. Kimbrel has been, he's not officially hurt, but He's a little bit
not
more
playing
tired.
healthy.
Something's not right.
Yeah, he's
right.
not playing healthy. That's for sure.
And you see what it means to have, at least on the back end, and also when your team's just trying to find its way to kind of battle through it. And having a staff at the back end that's going to be able to solidify, as you can see, it's a massive part of the game. And right now, actually, for just to give people the context of at least right now who are the probable starters for this game, Burns versus Williams on Tuesday, Bradish versus Parker on Wednesday. And Kevin, does that tee you up for what we're about to talk about here?
It does, Bobby. We certainly have some pitching matchups on the docket in these two games here. Not a pitcher, those four you mentioned there, Ryan, not a pitcher that has above a 2.7 ERA this season. So we're in for some pitching matchups. But Bobby, can you kind of talk us through a little bit about how Trevor Williams has performed this year, how Mitchell Parker has performed this year, and how excited you are to see them go up against two really solid, in fact, ace pitchers in Corbin Burns and Kyle Bradish?
Yeah, for one, when I'm not at work, a fan of both of these teams, and then two, just when I am at work, a fan of just good matchups. Part of me kind of wishes we were getting like a Mackenzie Gore, Corbin Burns, and like a Jake Irvin, Kyle Bradish matchup. But look, statistically speaking, Trevor Williams has been the best starter for this rotation out of the gate. And that's actually surprising. He was a swingman for the Mets before he came over, before last year. They used him as a starter. It was his first time being a full-time starter in a couple of years since I think he was with Pittsburgh. And, he kind of phased out near the end of the year. He really got exhausted. He wasn't used to that inning workload. And he got beat up near the end of the season. And then there was question marks coming into this year. He reported late to spring training due to the birth of his child, which is, obviously a respectable reason to miss a couple of days of spring training. But the question was, can he maintain his rotation spot, or will he have to go back to the bullpen? And here we are in May, and he has the best ERA of the staff. He's not going to blow you away. And he talked about he no longer has an elite fastball, he called it. So what he really has to do is go back and forth between his fastball and his changeup and make his changeup look like a fastball and make his fastball look more elite than it actually is. So he's going to try to trick you in that way because he's not going to blow you away. He knows he can't do that anymore. So I'm curious how he's going to navigate the Orioles' tough lineup tomorrow night. All those hitters, especially at the top of the lineup, that is tough for anybody. Nonetheless, a guy who doesn't throw very hard. And then we get to Mitchell Parker. He's a lefty, kind of like I mentioned with Jake Irvin last year, a starting pitching prospect who came up this year, wasn't maybe anticipated to make his major league debut this year, came out, pitched really well against the Dodgers and the Astros, two really good lineups. I think he shut out the Astros over into the 8th inning when he faced them. It's only his second major league start, which is really impressive. He had issues with walks. He was one of the top strikeout guys in this system behind only Cade Cavalli, their top pitching prospect, but he also had a really high walk rate, a lot of walks per 9 innings, and he's done better with that in the major league. Surprisingly, I think he didn't issue his first walk until his 3rd start, but if he gets out of the zone, if he gets a little wild, he runs into trouble, and we've seen that in the past couple of starts. So you're talking about a guy who, and Williams, who doesn't blow you away, is still working his way back into being a full-time starter, kind of. And then Mitchell Parker, who's only about, I think, making his 4th major league start, left-hander. So see how he attacks some of those lefty bats, especially gun to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, it's experience, right? It's you're trying to find your footing, find what works. And you're right. At the big league level, things are going to be more magnified. You don't have control of your stuff. It's going to be magnified. You can't give away the free passes, and you're going to have to locate your pitches, or a lineup like the Orioles right now that has been the best in the American League thus far this season. They're going to make you do damage 1 through 9. And I'm really excited about it. Again, I like what the Nats are doing. I like the future where it's heading. Should be a fun series, but there is some question marks right now that the Orioles have answered that the Nats still are going to have to answer. But here's a fun little thing now. It doesn't have to do with the play on the field. It has to do with what the teams would be wearing.
Yeah, because aren't they doing the first ever where both teams, or maybe not first ever, but both teams are wearing City Connects, correct?
On Tuesday?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, so, Bobby, I'm not sure if you know, but Orioles fans were not a big fan of how we play in City Connect jerseys. The run differential is just atrocious. Felix Bautista blew out his arm in them last year. But it's been a very big thing talked about, especially across Oriole fans, of we just can't play well in the City Connect jerseys. Maybe on the road that changes, but for the Nationals, how do you guys play in the City Connect jerseys? Is it something where you play well enough that you don't think about it? Or, by the way, Nationals do have the best City Connect jerseys in all of baseball.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Those are fresh, no doubt.
Yeah, I do have to say I do like the Nats, especially if you see them up close. I mean, I don't know if you can see the hat behind me, but I have a jersey somewhere in my closet too. But if you guys make it out to any of these games or the game tomorrow, I guess, and you see them up close, the detail is pretty sweet. But yes, tomorrow is going to be the first time two Major League Baseball teams wear their City Connects against each other.
Oh, there you go.
Boom.
Which I think is cool because, obviously new ownership with the Orioles. It's a new era with these two teams. Maybe we can be a little more friendly, whatever. But
that's a big.
In terms of ownership. But yeah, I don't have in front of me. Look, they only wear them Fridays and Saturdays at home. I know Friday night was an Apple game and they had a big comeback late in the game and they played well in them. I don't know. I don't have it right off the top of my head how well they played. I think they're okay. It's not like one way or the other. I don't think.
Not enough to notice.
I was going to say,
Right.
that's honestly, that's good because you could be like Oriole fans who know pretty much every stat of how badly we play. I think someone put it out here. We started 0-6 in City Connect jerseys.
I'll just be honest. The Orioles are cheeks. They're ass in the jerseys.
So
if they could get rid of them, and if you're a baseball guy for me, superstitious, we keep losing and we keep sucking. I'm going to find every single way for us not to wear those jerseys, especially when your all-star closer hurts his arm wearing that said jersey. Ugh. It's like, I don't know, maybe we have to do like some sort of ritual, just cleanse the spirits of it. But right now, Bobby,
get the long candles with the City Connects on them. We'll burn them, make a shrine.
Again,
Kevin always wants to make a shrine.
Kevin.
Kevin keeps wanting to make a shrine.
It's going to happen one day with something.
Bobby, I'm sorry. We don't need a shrine, but the Orioles, you can see that it's a very sensitive subject here about these jerseys, but it is a very cool concept. And I think it is something that I do like that the teams embrace it. I really do, but I'm just kind of curious. Okay, two things here, and we'll get you out of here. Okay, where do I want to start? First one, we'll do baseball. Then we'll do one that's not baseball, kind of baseball. If there's going to be in the Orioles right now, it just seems like they have so many X factors each night. Like Ryan McKenna, the statue's getting built in Baltimore after he hit another home run against the Reds. It just felt like it would be Jorge Mateo's night. But the thing that I'm trying to say is it's not always the Gunners, the Adleys, top players. If there's an X factor in this series for Washington against Baltimore, who is it going to be in that lineup?
I have two names that come immediately. We talked a lot about CJ Abrams. That's too obvious.
Yep.
I mentioned Luis Garcia Jr.
Oh, Luis, I forgot. That's a guy. That's I know him still.
Yeah.
The one guy.
Hey, he's like top 10 in average right now. He had a big weekend. He went 4 for 4 yesterday with 4 RBIs. He's starting to heat up at the plate, and he's hitting right-handed pitching really well. So the right-handers this week, that might head. But I'll give you a true X factor is actually a guy I haven't mentioned yet, and you guys probably don't know, Jacob Young, who is their center fielder right now. He started his career a perfect 25 for 25 stolen bases. He actually just got caught. He was 5 away from the all-time record. He is among the league leaders in stolen bases. If that guy gets on base, and if he's batting leadoff or even ninth, kind of ahead as another leadoff guy ahead of CJ Abrams, he causes havoc, and that's kind of the guy that will get their offense going, especially if he's on base ahead of CJ and Louis, because of how fast he is, his base stealing capability, and just natural base running good instincts. Like, he's just a good base runner, even when he's not trying to swipe a bag. So I'm going to name him as he also plays really good defense in center field. So I'm going to name him as an X factor. If he gets on base a good amount, he can cause some havoc and some trouble for the Orioles.
He's swinging the bat really well. I was just looking up. He's batting 364 in his last 10.
Yeah.
So definitely someone.
And 12 bags to go along with that overall. I mean, we can see, you guys have seen the impact that, in Baltimore, Jorge Mateo's had that effect of wreaking havoc. Cedric Mullins get on the Gunnar Henderson. It really rattles or can really create havoc for teams defensively, the pitching staff. So I love that pick right there. And I also just realized in this, I was going through the lineup right now, the two names that I can see popped up that have played games this year so far for the Nationals that I still have connections to was Luis Garcia and Victor Robles. Do know Matt Harvey, but as far as in the national system in itself. But Jacob Young, I like that. It's really interesting. All right, guys, we got to ask him the one other question, right? We have to.
Yeah.
Right. So it's in Baltimore. Bobby, have you ever had the Stuggies crab mac and cheese dog in Baltimore?
Is that Camden Yards?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've had a crab. If that's the one at Camden Yards, then yes.
Okay, so we are now partnered with Stuggies. So we asked the question again. That's their staple. That's their signature. But the bigger question is, it's not about that. It's Bobby Blanco. What do you put on your dog when you're at the ballpark?
If it's
condiment wise.
If it's not the crab mac and cheese,
if it's just a
dip,
plain condiment dog, what are you doing?
I go ketchup, mustard, and if diced onions available, I go diced onion.
Okay, so okay. So diced, I like diced onions. I don't consider diced onions a condiment, but I like that.
But just straight condiment, I go ketchup, mustard.
Okay, so
all right, I can get behind that. I'm
Brad. Are you behind?
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ketchup is disgusting.
Well,
Wait,
you know
like
how I
ketchup
feel
that
about
much?
this. You know how I feel about this.
Yes, I know how you feel.
Bobby, I will eat a plain hot dog.
I watched Ryan eat a plain hot dog today.
Just with nothing on it.
Nothing.
No.
Just a dry ass.
Okay.
Did he take the
Hot
skin
dog.
off?
No, he did not.
Well, that's a start.
He was a champ.
That's the start.
Yeah,
Is that weirder than just a hot dog with ketchup? With just ketchup?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. My belief
Because you're
here,
making
an attempt.
Time out.
Right.
Is it a fair assessment to say that if you really a fan of a hot dog, if you can't eat a hot dog plain?
I do enjoy a plain hot dog.
But Kevin,
Look,
I could see that.
I will eat a cold hot dog right out the fridge. But I'm just saying, like,
Okay, so that's just my theory. So you can eat a plain. Bobby, am I crazy with that?
but if I want
cool.
if I want to truly enjoy a hot dog, I'm putting, mustard on it.
You
And
can if that's your only option.
Sauerkraut's around, and put mustard and sauerkraut.
Okay, but sauerkraut is not a condiment.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
If it's a topping on a hot dog.
Topping.
Yeah.
Topping. I'm with you, Bobby, with toppings, diced onions, I'm in.
Yep. Okay.
Sauerkraut, I can get behind.
See, flavor is our friend, so we want all flavor at all times. The maximum amount of flavor. So I cannot
Unless your
go
name's
with
Ryan
a plain
Ripken.
hot dog. If there are flavor options available, I'm throwing it on there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
That's
what
all
they
we
did with
need
the
to
warehouse
hear.
dog. They just threw
That
it
is
all,
how they
threw
created
it all
that.
on there.
Yeah, the warehouse dog at Camden Yards, they put everything possible in like 4 dogs in one.
I heard that was rated like the 5th unhealthiest food in MLB Park.
Oh, good.
Wow. Awesome.
And
Each
that
of us
part-
took it down.
Yeah.
Nats Park got the number 1. I forget what the exact food item, but whatever it is, it's at Nats Park.
Okay, we're gonna need to have some recon on
Did
that.
you guys see yesterday at the Reds? They did one of those B-roll shots, and it was like this guy had 2 hot dogs, and you couldn't tell that there was even hot dogs because there was so much shredded cheese on top of it.
Oh yeah, no,
I can get
but
behind
that's-
that.
Yeah, that's what they do up there.
Yeah,
That is-
it's an
Yeah,
Ohio
actually.
thing.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
chili
didn't
dog.
know it was an Ohio thing, but like there was.
Yeah, it's
it was-
Skyline chili.
It was chili, cheese, and a little hot dog.
Oh yeah, no, you don't. The hot dog is just like a bonus
It's
there.
this big, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's really not a dog at that point. It's
Yeah.
not. But you know what you need in this case, and I had someone I got back. Pepto-Bismol, it can be your best friend in these situations, Bobby.
Yes.
So if you ever need some, I'll come down to Nats Park. I'll bring it. Or you come up to Camden Yards, I will have it packed, family size, in the bag whenever you need it. But I appreciate you taking the time to give us the most important question, and that was what your hot dog flavor is. Appreciate you letting us know. Is there anything besides, you said you can find your work on Mass and Sports? You are covering the Nationals. You are a Nationals insider. You podcast for them. Is there anything else you want to plug here before we let you enjoy the rest of your Monday?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously, all of our coverage of both teams is on massinsports.com. You got Rocco Bacco, Steve Molesky doing a great job on the O side, and then me and Marcus Zuckerman on the Nats side. And, we'll have both broadcasts going for both games the next couple of days. I know you guys will be tuning into the Massin 2 broadcast, and then we'll flip when we're in Baltimore in, I think, August, right?
I think, yeah, it's later in the year. They come back up
later.
here, and you better let us know when you come up here. We can let you try either the crab mac and cheese right there, or if you want to get really unhealthy, we can do the specialty dog. It's up to you, or the warehouse dog.
Yeah, my office is in the warehouse, so we'll see you.
Hey,
there you go.
well, hey now.
Well, love to see it.
You love
Love
to see it. Well, Bobby, I appreciate you. And do you like tequila on the side note? Or
Oh,
is
yeah.
that just, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
okay.
2
You
bottles outside right now.
See, this is why I
There we
like
go.
Bobby. Bobby, I'm a huge tequila guy, and
Yeah.
maybe that's where we also have to talk, and we can talk more off of that. And you can't have a last name Blanco without liking tequila.
My family's from Guatemala, and that's what we drink.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
we're gonna have to talk about this because if you really like tequila, I'm gonna need some more recommendations because this
All right.
is fantastic. All right, Bobby, appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time, and I hope everyone has fun out there for the Orioles and Nationals in this upcoming game. That's all it's about. Bobby Blanco, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
Bobby.
you, guys.
Hey, thank you,
Appreciate it.
Bobby.
You know what? A lot of things I love here. One is that we keep figuring out what people love, going to different places. I love getting the perspectives on teams. And I like the fun parts there too, guys. We're finding out more and more. And also, there's a difference between condiments and toppings.
There you go.
Yes. I know some
Not
people-
according to Justin Berlin, because condiment is a preparation is added to food typically after cooking to impart a specific flavor or enhance flavor to complement a dish.
Can we put? I don't care about
Therefore-
Wikipedia
Therefore,
with that.
So salt's a condiment.
salt's a seasoning.
Okay, so
But you can put it on for flavor.
that should be a poll next time when we're in the peak of it. We need a poll on are toppings and condiments the same? Yes or no?
Okay.
I love this, Justin. Does anyone else find themselves clapping with the crew? Appreciate that.
Love it.
Everyone clap at home.
Yeah, baby.
Love it.
So another thing. So again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. So that was Bobby Blanco talking about the Nationals. As you heard, he covers it on the Masson side with Washington. So a lot of stuff that we've covered here so far. I might do some breakdowns, but I might do it off the air and then put it up there just because we've been going for a while. We've had a long day. I'll tell you what, Brad, I don't know about you, but the liquids have just been going through me.
Bro, I'm like, I can't tell if I need a nap, a Motrin, or I don't know, just some good straight up water. Maybe all the above.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Well, you had 2 Red Bulls too.
I know, and it's still maybe they just haven't kicked in, but
You're a good kid. You are a good kid. Well, and again, for guys in the future, we're going to have a lot more Ravens content still coming here, football content. It's fun. NFL schedule, right, Kevin, is released on Thursday
Yeah,
night.
it's expected to be Thursday. So
there we go.
it's exciting.
Well, are we feeling good? Are we feeling frisky enough to get out of here?
Yeah. By the way, tomorrow is a huge day. Just before we get out of here, want to remind everybody that tomorrow's a huge day. We have a really exciting interview tomorrow afternoon. Our Holy Shirts and Pants crew knows about it already. And if you want to find out who that's going to be, make sure you're hitting that join button next to subscribe. And then tomorrow evening, we're going to be doing that watch party with the Nats over there at Charlestown. Shout out, sponsor the show. So super pumped for that. Make sure you guys are tuning in tomorrow at 6:00 and watch the game with us. So really pumped for that. So big day tomorrow.
Huge day tomorrow. And also, Rick, actually, I said we'd get back to the question. He thank you, Rick, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Appreciate you, Rick.
So Johan Ramirez got DFA'd, and he was just claimed back by the Mets, actually, off of waivers from the Orioles. And the Mets, in the process, designated right-hander Max Kranick, which actually, when I'm looking at this, I have faced Max before because he was with the Pirates when I faced him down in the minor league. So it's always comes full circle.
Johan Ramirez, like the pitcher who gave up a shit ton of runs, like in that one inning, and then he got DFA'd. Is that so?
Yeah, but then he came back and was actually like, he really only had that one atrocious game.
Yeah,
It was against the Brewers, right?
Yeah.
Yes. There's only one. There's really only one bad outing
was
for
it
that.
was it the Brewers or against the Royals? I think
I just know it's hard for him to. His location was tough.
It was bad.
It was
He walked
tough.
a bunch of guys. Yeah, it was just a rough.
It's a rough go, but hey, he's back with the Mets. Here it is, bada bing, bada bang. And Fat O's fan, you are right. So there's a stream tomorrow. Yes, stream is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes.
tomorrow night. Tip off 6 p.m. for the guys. We're going to be having a tip off.
Yeah.
We will be talking baseball. We will be doing kind of a live watch party as we go. Kevin, that's not a tip off.
Well, it's like basketball.
you got to tip it back. You're
No, you're
tipping
not.
it the wrong way.
I would beat everybody here in the tip off.
Kevin.
What?
I wouldn't even have to jump.
I
bro.
have a high vert.
No, okay.
Okay, and on that note, and yes, then our guest interview that we have tomorrow. And Steve, thank you for the donation again.
Appreciate you, Steve.
And
Appreciate
Pocket
you.
Watch, I couldn't say it better. Remember to smash that like button on the way out of here. And please join the channel members. Again, like for us, join this. We're going to continue to give you guys more content. But our biggest thing, obviously, is we want to continue to grow the community, and helping these donations help us continue to bring you more and more content. We want to be able to do this almost on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And to make this almost a thing that we can that can be our full-time priority, right? But we're enjoying what we're doing. We believe we have something special brewing. We are over 9,000 subscribers here. We are approaching then to 10K, which is something, again, which is a huge, big thanks and reason is because of our community. So we really do appreciate everything you guys have done. So hit that subscribe button as well as the like. And check out what interview, if you're a part of the Holy Shirts and Pants, we will have that one-on-one exclusively, and it is football related. That's the only thing we're going to tell you, but you are not going to want to miss that when the time comes. So,
Are you guys going to let me out of here without telling the cat story?
Oh, no, we're not.
holy hell, now we're not. Yeah, by the way,
Anything for content, guys.
it was
Come on.
not Kevin's birthday.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Well, it was not my. Yes, it was not my birthday.
yeah, there's a lot of
Well, I appreciate the birthday wishes. Though.
there's a lot
I
of
know.
controversy. So if you aren't a part of the Holy Shirts and Pants Club, we shared an exclusive picture with them, and just with
You can pull it up. If you
the
want
simple
to.
context. I have it.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
A simple context of Kevin's having a day.
Yeah.
So the backstory with this is that I, went to 5 Iron yesterday afternoon, and I said, "Hey, anybody's around not doing anything, come hang out with me, whatever." Then Kevin responds and says, "I'm going to a cat birthday. Can't make it."
Mm.
And I'm like,
You just gotta say you're busy.
literally, I was yes. So
You just
I
gotta
was
say
just
you're
like-
busy.
there was my whole perception of this was twofold. So I was like, bro, like if you don't want to hang out, just tell me. This is literally what I said.
So funny.
But then I was like, you know what, Kevin? Like, mad respect for actually sharing this, because if it were me, not a chance in hell I would be telling anybody that I was going to a cat birthday. So Kevin, just give everybody context.
Yeah. So look, growing up, I was a dog person. I'm allergic to cats personally. And
wait.
How? So you're allergic to cats, but you hosted. This is the other thing. He didn't really go. He hosted.
When you tell a story, you have to start from the beginning. You can't just half-ass
did
the
Okay,
story.
go. Tell us from the beginning then.
Oh my god.
Okay. Scene. Growing up,
Oh my God.
I was a dog person. I'm allergic to cats. And I was like, I'm not really a big cat person. When I started dating my girlfriend, she has a cat. 3-legged cat, actually, with extra toe beans on him. His name is Banksy. And so it took a little while for Banksy and I to get acclimated with each other and everything. But now we're pretty good friends. We're pretty good friends. So once we moved in, I had to get, acclimated with the allergies. And actually, if you didn't know this, the allergies don't come from the hair on the cat.
Okay, Kevin, get to the point.
It comes from the saliva. So now
You're
we're
sucking
good.
at telling the
Okay,
story.
yes.
Just
No,
get
okay. Cut.
You are not helping yourself in any way right
No.
now.
Cut
The
to.
allergies don't come from the hair. They come
No,
from
it comes from something that's less. So you
It's
can
called-
literally.
It's
there-
dander.
Yes,
Anyways,
yes.
keep
So-
I
going.
just lost my damn glasses on this.
Okay.
too.
Jesus
Continue.
Christ.
Goodness
So
gracious.
my girlfriend wanted to. We did this last year, and it was great. But this year, she really wanted to go all out. So she bought the cat decorations. She had a couple friends over, and I'm like, yeah, look, all right, we're gonna throw the party. It went well. I think he got overstimulated by all the cat toys that he got, because we have this flingy bird now, and all these balls that roll themselves all over the apartment. So it was a cat birthday. I was not trying to get out of hanging out with Brad. I would have gone and hung out with Brad, but it was a real thing. So and there is a picture of me holding him. He had a little birthday bandana on.
I mean, there's legitimate party favors for this birthday.
I
Yeah,
love the people
yeah.
that saw all the cat stuff and were like, "Wow,
Kevin's having
Kevin's
a cat
birthday
themed
party
birthday.
is."
Because that's what it was. All the comments were "Happy birthday, Kevin," and I'm like, hold on a second. I'm not.
Hi, I'm
having a-
Kevin. I'm at a cat's birthday, which I'm allergic to.
First-
and it's not because of the
three-legged
hair,
cat's
it's
birthday.
their saliva. When their saliva
That's
gets
true, and
on
you can
me.
nullify that with specific food. So now I'm not allergic.
Jesus
him.
Christ, Kevin.
Wait,
listen. All right,
specific
so
food
I wanna
from
address-
you or
No,
the
cat food. Cat food
Wait,
that nullifies the enzyme in the saliva.
no, okay. Anyway,
Kevin.
Kevin, how do you?
I want to say this. Kevin, Jason says Kevin's about one more story from taking his place. That is not correct.
I can't
Because
believe
of this story, Kevin's not going anywhere.
Wait, I gotta. Why did you? So it's a three-legged cat.
Yes,
Okay.
he does not have a back leg. One of his back legs is gone. Which actually,
Like, I don't want to laugh because I'm.
which by the way helps because it means he can't jump as high
Wait, so that help? Wait, how does that help?
because he's not jumping on everything. I don't want him jumping on everything. Although he still finds a way. He's a cat, so he does what he wants. Honestly, actually, I got wounded earlier by him right here.
He didn't appreciate the birthday party.
Yeah, he did. It was my fault. I baited him. Into it.
Jesus Christ.
I am not laughing at the fact that it's a three-legged cat. It's not that, Kevin. Your descriptions. How the hell did we get here?
I don't know.
I love it that you are giving this cat all the love in the world.
Yes.
But what the hell is everything else that has transpired in this conversation?
You have
Yo,
to, you
if
have
you're
to
a
dress
member-
up the story.
If you're a member, can we just drop a bunch of Kevin faces in the chat right now? I feel like that's just what needs to. Oh my god.
Oh, there they are.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh, Jesus.
So you get sneak peeks of that
Yeah, if you
if
want
you're
to see.
if you're a
Holy
channel
shit.
member.
Did you
You don't
wear
get
Oh,
this-
look at Joe.
You don't get this
Look at
anywhere
Joe
else.
supporting me. And I'm very lucky she puts up with all this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you
she
two are
is-
made
you
for
know
each
what?
other. That's for damn sure.
She is a trooper. She
Yes.
is amazing. And again, it's all in good fun here. The fact that I can't wait to clip the video. You're the only one that clapped for yourself.
After all the times that you make me clap, you can't clap once for me.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
my
Holy
God.
shirts and pants, everybody.
You don't get this shit anywhere else.
I think the show is evolving in so many different ways, and I'm kind of terrified.
Guys, I have to leave the chat. I have to be in a
It's only acceptable if it's your guinea pig, Justin. Only acceptable if it's yours.
Oh, my God.
Oh god, do we I mean, I want to end it, but now I'm like, you know, we haven't done a Kevin Oki, and I don't know if it's worth it at this
No,
point.
no. We can't top this.
This is how we have to go out.
We'll save it. Holy
Holy
shit.
Here, all right. You know what?
God.
I'll give one last gift very quickly. I was debating doing this.
Oh, no.
If you have a picture.
I'll send the picture of me with the cat, with the happy birthday cat party decoration. In the
Oh,
back.
Yo,
my
send it to me
God.
on Twitter so I can pull it up.
Okay.
This is
Have you guys never been to a cat birthday before?
Why would you ask that?
I've been to 2 in the past year.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday to the kid. What was the other cats?
His last year.
Oh, okay.
I actually saw a cat birthday.
wait, so it's just the same cat, 2 different parties.
Oh.
Yeah, in a span of 300. His birthday's on Cinco de Mayo. We didn't have him drink alcohol though. That'd be abuse.
Drinko de Well, of course, Kevin.
Good shit.
Oh,
I'm
We
glad
my-
that's where you draw
we
the
put a
line.
candle in a pate. So that was his celebration. he did not like it.
I don't know. It's what better, the fact that all this was planned for Kevin's cat's birthday, or the fact that his cat rejected it.
He did enjoy. I sent it to you, Zach. He did enjoy the toys.
I can't. Please end the show.
Wait, hold up.
God.
Ryan almost did without all this happening.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Wait, hold up.
Hey, do you have it?
Oh my! I gotta share this. Oh my god!
Oh.
It's a quality picture.
It's a quality picture.
Look at that. See,
It's
you
a
got
great-
his link.
the cat looks terrified. Kevin, can you zoom in on the cat? Can you zoom in on the cat, Zach?
Birthday boy.
Can we make the cat an emoji
We
now?
can't. I think Banksy the emoji. I think we might have to at this point.
That's
Oh.
electric. But you know what? In all seriousness, I love that animals are getting the love, man. I love it. It makes it that much better.
You know
we
what,
just
Kevin?
gotta give you shit because it's you.
It's content. Anything for content.
I love you.
I
Kevin.
fucking love you, Kevin. Kevin's my favorite person on the show. I've
You
said
remember
it a
when
million times.
you remember when Kevin just you know
Don't put me in the frame for this. Get me out of the frame, right?
Jesus.
hey, you know, I saw the Italian accents there. That's great. That's great. All right, why don't we get on out here? We get Kevin, give me one of these. Give me one of these, baby. Yeah, baby, Brad, come on.
It's not even Italian.
That's
but
not even. I don't even know. We are so.
This looks like a hostage situation.
Oh my goodness gracious! All right, guys. I think we need to get ready for tomorrow. We got a long day.
Yeah.
If I got time to get some breakdowns down, I will. But we do have a massive week for you guys. Tuesday again, 6 to 8 p.m. You will see us live at the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. So if you want to come out, come meet us there. We will have content. We have our special interview again. One more time. Don't miss it. We're doing that earlier. We will release that later on. Our Holy Shirts and Pants members already know that. We will be live Thursday for our normal show. NFL schedule will be released. Scott, this is why we do it here, baby.
These are the stories you become members for.
This is incredible.
So you know what, Kevin? You're inspiring me to tell some Rip After Dark stories. Like, and I do need to do that for the channel members. Nick and I were reminiscing about that today, about what happens in Burlington, Vermont, stays in Burlington, Vermont. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready to get out?
I think we are. We are.
Goodness. You know what? Brad, you wanted to wake up or something? That might have done it right there.
Yeah. I mean, my reaction to that yesterday was definitely like, what the fuck? But to hear him tell this whole story, I can't. I don't know. You just
Every detail he added made it so much
Hey, guys.
fun.
Yes.
Guys,
my
wait a minute.
my mom came and dropped off 2 bags of gifts for him.
Wait a minute. Did we miss it on the, where is that?
Oh, we did miss it. I was
I put it up during when Kevin was telling the story.
Which where?
Hey!
All right.
We're doing it. Hey, we're sorry, Fatos fam. We weren't trying to leave you behind there. Honestly, we were not. We just were so. I was frazzled. I dropped my glasses
Enamored.
like 4 times.
I think you threw them at first.
I might have thrown them.
wow.
All right.
I can't wait to share that on the socials.
That was
That might be a video. That could be its own video in itself.
We knew it was going to be an epic story when we were going to tell this, but like that exceeded all.
My
of
favorite part is still Brad saying, "Just tell me you don't want to hang out, bro."
Definitely
It's
said
so funny.
And you know what? I only did because you're okay with it, Fatos fan. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining the Holy Shirts and Pants. And for all of you that are a part of this channel, hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. Guys, let's cue the music and let's get the hell on out of here. Cue it. As always, here at the Ryan Ripken Show, thank you guys for tuning in. We believe in everything that we're building, and it is because of the community that we have. So, as always, have a day, have a night, and we will see you next time for a brand new edition of the Ryan Ripken Show. Peace. I cannot believe what just happened.
that was incredible.